Lead attorney here. Hope you guys are doing well. Part number 2, numero dos, right? Oh, struggle streaming already. All right. This is part 2. You know, if we talk about Tasha K, hundreds of people, we talk about YouTube, we talk about helping the community. We got 14 people in the chat. And we're going to do it. We're going to do it. Oh, 13 people, right? So listen, it's just us. We just family now, guys. What does Little Rock say? Yo. Little Rock says, yo. JP says, Lego. Let's go. So we're gonna go. I hope you guys are doing well. We got 19 people in the chat. We got 19 people in the chat, guys. We're moving. We're moving. What does Tamika say? Shout out to Tamika. Shout out to Tamika. Oh, my Vivid Life is here. I like my Vivid Life. She's awesome, and her spirit is her spirit that's just it's so magnetic. And I love, guys, when we teach ourselves new stuff and we keep, everybody's had some setbacks in life. Everybody's dealing with some stuff, but, we keep trying to learn. We keep getting out there, right? We don't give up. Life is so short anyways. We gotta keep rocking, right? And that's what she's doing. She's having a lot of experiences. Let me tell you something about me. I'm introverted. I'm pretty introverted, and it is very easy for me to stay in my house. And if you want to travel, we can travel, and if you want to go here, we can go here, and we can go there. But honestly, I'm pretty good at home. I got my gym, great gym right up the street. I got a sauna installed in my home. Everything, I got my food here. Everything is where I need it to be at home. And it's hard for me to want to sometimes, because I'm so introverted, it's hard for me to kind of want to go out, to be honest, and experience new things. And so when I see people like Vivid Life going to cryotherapy or this or that, I'm like, oh, I bet that's awesome. There's a part of me that wants to get out and do more stuff. And I'm like, nah. I'll stay my introverted self at home. But I do like to live vicariously through other people. I've got a really good friend. She's one of my best friends. And she's super extroverted. And she's always traveling, and she's always here, and she's always there. And we'll go out to lunch, and she will just regale me with all of her stories. And I'm like, yeah, man, that must be awesome. I'm going to do that. And then, so when I have to travel, when I'm kind of forced is the wrong word, but when I need to travel, like I did when I went down to Mexico these past couple of weeks, what happened, right? I liked it. It was cool. But then this is part 2, right? Some of you guys didn't see part 1. Let me show you part 2. Let me show you what happened when I went to Mexico. Let me show you my stats. I'm going to show you my back-end analytics of what happened to my channel when I went to Mexico and stopped posting. Let me show you what happened. Can y'all see this? Can anybody guess when I was here and when I was gone? When was the lead attorney at home? These are the views, right? So what you're looking at is a representation of the views that my channel got. Here I got, 15,000 views a day. This day I got 30,000. This day I got, what's that? 43,000, 42,000. This day I almost got 0 views. If you don't put, these are little content pieces that I put out, these little symbols right here, guys. If you don't have any symbols, if you go a couple of weeks without symbols, my channel crashed. My channel went to 0. I put out a couple. When I got back, you can tell when I landed at Hartsfield-Jackson Airport, busiest airport in the world. Shout out to Hartsfield-Jackson. When I landed at Hartsfield-Jackson Airport and started started uploading again, it kind of came up. But look, 0 is right here, guys. I hope you guys can see this. This is the number 0, and look where my channel was for the views, right? This is actually a different graph. It looks exactly the same. It is different. This is my watch hours, guys. Look what happened to my watch hours. Some people, you guys supported me. You watched me for 7,000 hours this day on July 14th. You watched me like 15,000 hours on this day, the day before. You watched me another 15,000 hours on this day. You guys watched me 11,000 hours on this day. You guys almost watched me for 0 hours. Do you see this slope? My whole channel was crashing. I'm telling you this because I want you to avoid this mistake. I was talking to this about rebuilding Black Wall Street. I was on his channel yesterday and we were talking and I said, I'll send you the graph, but I'm going to do what better. I was going to email this to him, but I'm not going to do that. Because if I email it to him, he gets the information, but then y'all don't get it. Y'all don't get to see what happens to your channel if you stop posting for 2 weeks. I want all of you guys to see this embarrassment, right? This is my subscriber count. Guys, the lead attorney was doing well. You know, this day I got 250 subscribers. This day I got 500 subscribers. This day is about a 575 day subscriber. This day I got like 675 subscribers. When I went down to Mexico, man, I was getting like 20 subscribers, 30 subscribers. Things have gotten bad. If you don't post on if you don't post on YouTube, if you don't keep it going, if you're not consistent, you will be punished. Your whole damn, y'all saw it. It's not me lying to you. My whole channel crashed. Right? And rebuilding Black Wall Street, he was like, "Oh man, thank you for telling me that. I didn't know." And I was like, "Yeah, I didn't know either." But when he said that, it triggered me. I said, "Well, instantly, I got to send you the charts," because I was just talking to him. You know, I was on his live stream. You guys are on my live stream. I was on his live stream, and so I was just typing in the comment section like you guys are. And when he said he didn't know that, I was like, "Watch, I'm gonna send you the charts, but I'm gonna do one better. I'm gonna share the charts with you too, so you see. Your channel can crash." It can absolutely crash. So, you know, I want to be like My Vivid Life and travel and do this and that. And then when I do it, I get spanked on the other end. It's hard to win out here. It is hard to win. What does Beautiful Eyes say? I thought I made you are you a moderator? Guys, we got 91 people in the chat. I promise you if I was talking about Charlemagne the God. It's okay though, because we're family. I'm gonna private this video. Guys, you know what I'm gonna do? Since it's just us, it's 88 people. Let's get real. You know, let's get a little intimate. Can we get intimate? We're all family anyway. I'm private in this anyway. If you want to come up, I'm gonna drop the link. Let me drop the link right now. Let me drop the link right now. Let me talk to you guys a little bit about me. Oh, look who we got. We got my man King of Spades in the house. King of Spades has been supporting me since the beginning of time, guys. But this is what I want to talk to you about. Actually, not the beginning of time. King of Spades started supporting me in the beginning of time in my second reincarnation. You guys are seeing me in my second reincarnation. Why is this on my mind? Because a man named Millionaire Hoy commented on my last video. You guys might not know who Millionaire Hoy is. A young black man doing his thing. He is a YouTuber. He's got hundreds of thousands of subscribers and he does fitness. Now, he does fitness. I'm a fitness guy, but he does mostly aerobics stuff. I think the vast majority of his viewers, I don't know. I'm just talking. They're probably women. I'm sure he's got some men, but they're probably women. I was more on the hardcore fitness side. I was more on following the Beast Mode Jones back when he was with Vince. The Hodge twins. I used to love their intro with the give me some room, right? Big Brandon Carter. Y'all know Big Brandon Carter? Is anybody following this, or is it just me talking? Y'all don't know what I'm talking about, right? Anyway, shout out to King of Spades. Anyway, I was going to start a YouTube channel. This is definitely going private. I was going to start a YouTube channel back in 2017, and it was going to be about fitness. That's how I know about Millionaire Hoy, because I would watch him. I would peep his game. This man, the graphics, I would just sit there and look at his videos. They were so advanced. He would have a countdown timer over here. He'd have a picture-in-picture over here. In the picture-in-picture, he would be doing the same routine, but a modified routine. All at the same time. He would have energy levels. How is this man doing this? I still don't know how he was doing. I'm a YouTuber now. This is the fact that he commented on my video, guys, is surreal. It's the Twilight Zone. Because I used to watch him and peep his game 5 years ago, 4 years ago. What does Pilo say? Cali Muscle? Yes. Guys, there was an attorney. What was the attorney's name? The attorney Elgin Intensity, right? What was his name? Intensity Elgin Intensity. He and Cali Muscle used to go at it. He would Elgin Intensity. He was an attorney. I think he was in DC. An attorney YouTuber in fitness, and he would call out the CrossFit community. He would call out the BS. And Beautiful Lies knows about it. El Guapo knows about it. So I was in it, guys. You guys can't. We're gonna get intimate. I'm gonna have to private this video. I'm gonna show you guys some stuff. When he commented, I haven't watched his channel in years because I'm off of the fitness stuff. But it brought me back. I was like, oh my God. So I said, well, let me tell you guys about my first go around with YouTube. I didn't make one single video. Right when I made the video, do you know what hit, guys? You guys don't even know. There was this thing called the adpocalypse, the YouTube adpocalypse. YouTube went into a crisis. They stopped paying every single one of their content creators. During that time, no one really knew if YouTube was going to survive. You guys don't know this because y'all were just, well, I'm just watching YouTube. You guys don't care. If you were a content creator, it was the biggest crisis of YouTube ever. And right then is when I was going to start making my videos. I was going to do fitness. Guys, you can't tell. But, you know, is it bragging if I say I'm a little bit legit? Is it bragging? I'm not on the level. Here's the thing. So I was watching Millionaire Hoy to peep his game because I was going to start a fitness channel, but I was going to do it in Spanish. Why was I going to do it in Spanish? First of all, my Spanish was way better years ago. My Spanish is not that good now, but it was way better back in the day. Second, the Spanish side of the fitness, it was terrible. There was one guy. He was 5'7", 150 pounds, 160 pounds. He had a million followers. I was going to take them all. Why was I going to take them all? I had to go to the Spanish side because I can't compete. I could not compete on the American side. My body isn't that good. I'm going to be honest with you. I can't compete with Chris Jones. Right? I'm an attorney. All right. I'm okay, but I can't compete with Chris Jones. I can't compete with Big Brandon Carter. Have y'all seen this dude's body? I can't compete with that. But I could take that little Mexican dude out. I could take that Mexican dude out. I was going to take him out. There was the Mexican dude and there was this black dude. He was black, but it was some type of Caribbean or some type of Spanish. He didn't speak any English. He had like 1.5 million subscribers. And he was doing calisthenics. All he was doing is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, So that's all he would do. I was like, I can do that all day. I can do that all day. K Love says, take your shirt off. Oh, you just wait, K Love. You just wait. It's only 100 people in here, so we can get intimate. I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. So here was my plan. I couldn't compete with the Americans. Chris Jones, what the hell am I supposed to do with this dude? I can't. I don't have a body like that. Cali Muscle, shout out to Cali Muscle. Is he not on all of the steroids? I'm an attorney. I got to go to court tomorrow. I can't be in somebody's gym popping steroids. So you got to go where the market takes you. I couldn't compete in the American market. So what did I do? Guys, let me tell you something. I'm a guy, right? So I hate arts and crafts. I went to Barnes and Nobles and bought like 50 magazines about working out. I went home and I got an X-Acto knife and I cut out the pages. And then I put all of the pages on a wall in a bedroom. And that was going to be my studio, right? That was going to be my studio. So do you guys know who the Hodge twins are? I used to watch the Hodge twins every day, every single day. Let me show you who the Hodge twins are. This is a bad photo, but it's going to show you who they are. These are the Hodge twins. This is the lead attorney. I hate this photo, but these are the Hodge twins. So I'm 6'3", guys, and you can't tell in this picture, but I could take that 5'7" Mexican dude out. I was going to take him out. I was big into the Hodge twins. The Hodge twins came to Atlanta. That photo, they were in Atlanta. They had transitioned. They had gotten so big that I know, Spencer. Was that not crazy? I have followed them for so many years, and then they flipped overnight. Shout out to them because they're even making more money now. But they were the man back in the day. They were my favorite content creators. They came to Atlanta. They did a comedy show. I went to the comedy show, paid extra for the backstage or to talk with them a little bit, got my photo taken with them. I was huge fan. So guys, listen. So when Millionaire Hoy comments on my video, I'm like, are you serious? Because I was big into the fitness game back then. I was big into it, right? And so what I did was I went to Barnes and Nobles, got all of these magazines, cut out the pages, and then taped the pages, all these various pages to the wall. And I was going to talk in front of the page. That was going to be my little studio, right? Let me show you. This is embarrassing, guys, but Millionaire Hoy is making me do this, making me go down memory lane. This is the wall. This is going to be my studio, right? All of these are just, this right here is the camera, right? So this is the camera and this is the wall. And I was going to be in between the wall. That's another, this is the camera. This is the light, right? This is the light. And I was going to be in the studio. So this is going to be my whole studio, guys. Now listen, I was going to take 1 million subscribers from this Mexican dude. He was so tiny. Now I could be tiny too, my weight can fluctuate. Let me show you what I look like at like 210. Okay. This is me at like 210. I've got really good ab genetics, right? This is me at 210, but I can get, even when I'm fluffy, like I'm a little fluffy now at 225, right? You can still, my abs aren't as good at 225. But even then at it's nothing for me to get down to 210 and I'm killing them with the abs. All right. So I was going to start a fitness channel, all in Spanish. And I was going to get 1 million subscribers. Like this law stuff, I'm like, man, I'm a lawyer. Why am I talking about law? I ain't talking about no damn law. Like I wanted an escape. And so when Millionaire Hoy, go back and look at this is part 2, right? I did a part 1 a few hours ago. He commented on part 1 and I was amazed. Millionaire Hoy, the black dude, he got it out the mud, man. He was doing Guys, he has a video. Let me be honest, I haven't seen his videos in years, but I remember he had a video where he was doing a boot camp like in the park, but he was in a poor place. He was like in Chicago, I think. He was somewhere that was poor, violent. And he is doing a boot camp in the park, and like all of a sudden, all these gunshots ring out, and he has to like drop on the ground. That's when you're committed, right? And people talk about him good and talking about him bad. And I think he opened up and he was vulnerable, and he was talking to the people about some of the mental health challenges that he was going through. He helped a lot of people, not only on the physical side, but also, personally. And I was in it, man. I was in it. So when Millionaire Hoy comments on my channel, I'm like, damn, that takes me back. It takes me all the way back to when this was going to be, it wasn't going to be the lead attorney. Oh my God, I remember the name. Do you guys want to know the name of my YouTube channel? It's probably still, there's no videos on it. It was Coraje Fitness. Coraje. Does anybody know what Coraje means? It was Coraje Fitness. It was going to be a Spanish channel. If you go to Coraje Fitness, there's no videos on it. It's my channel from way back. Right when I was going to start posting, the adpocalypse hit. And I was like, there's no way I'm going to do this if YouTube is going to fail. I thought YouTube was going to fail. A lot of people did. Content creators were freaking out. It just says angry fitness. It could be angry. Coraje could be anger, but it can also mean like courage, right? It can mean a few things. It can mean a few things. But I was gonna get it, man. But then it went. And so when the apocalypse hit, I gave it all up. Then it came back. YouTube came back. Of course, we know, YouTube's here. It came back, but by then I had moved on. So that was going to be my first go around. So shout out to King of Spades. King of Spades is supporting the lead attorney, but this is the reincarnation. There was another lead attorney before him. I knew what my channel name was, Coraje Fitness. I didn't know what I was going to call myself. My Spanish was so good back then, guys. And I was gonna kill it. I was gonna be like a Hispanic millionaire Hoy. But there's this black dude. He is dark. He's so dark, and but he's not African American. I think he's African, but I don't know where he's from because he speaks Spanish. And he would be like in these abandoned buildings, like no production, like in abandoned building, just doing exercises. You compare that to Millionaire Hoy. I was like, I can't do fitness in the United States. These guys are way too advanced for me. Somebody go over, just look, somebody drop Millionaire Hoy's link and just click on his videos and see all of the graphics and the overlays. You guys know I struggle stream. How the hell am I supposed to do that? I'm a content creator now. I still don't know where he gets those damn overlays. Shout out to EJ88. What does EJ say? Name of the YouTube book. What do you think of Meet Kevin's course? The name, I'm so glad you reminded me of this. The book is called The YouTube Formula. It is by Daryl Eves, right? The YouTube Formula is the name of the book. The first half of the book is fluff. The second half of the book is the truth. It's legit. The first half of the book was fluff for me, but that's because I've been doing YouTube for a year. So it was fluff for me. It might not be fluff for you. It probably will be because it's just stories, to be honest. It's filler. It's nice stories to explain stuff, but they're stories. It's not the hardcore, actionable information that you need. The second half of the book is the truth. It's super legit. For 20 bucks? Come on. Now, EJ88 says, what do you think about the YouTube course? That course was not 20 bucks. Meet Kevin, if you guys know who Meet Kevin is, he's actually running for governor now in California. I don't know if it's a publicity stunt or what, but he has 1.5 million subscribers on YouTube, and he talks about real estate and finances, the stock market. He's killing the game. He came out with a course. It cost $500. I bought it. I got it on sale. I got a discount code, so it cost me like $350. That course is the truth. It didn't really help me so much. It gave me 3 or 4 things that blew my mind. The 3 or 4 things that it told me were worth the $350. I would have gotten more value out of it if I had bought the course in the beginning and not struggled for a damn year on YouTube trying to figure this stuff out myself. So, the 3 or 4 things that I got out of it was worth the $350. If I had bought it before I started YouTube and started with that course, it would have helped me out tremendously. Now, do you know what? This book and Meet Kevin, they lack a whole swath of information. What is the information about this? About live streaming. This book has 300 pages. Do you know how many pages are dedicated to live streaming? 1. If you want to do a Jessica X style, channel where you're just you're just live streaming. If you want to do a lead attorney type of channel where you're just live streaming. If you want to do a Kevin Samuels channel where you're just live streaming, this is not going to help you out too much. It's cheap, right? So, I mean, $20. It's dinner. So you might as well buy it, I suppose. But it's not going to help you. There's going to be so much information that you need that will not be in this book. It's not going to be in here. Kevin Samuels. Meet Kevin's course is more comprehensive, but it doesn't really talk about live streaming either. It doesn't. These courses talk about making real videos, 8-minute videos, 12-minute videos, 15-minute videos. If you just want a channel making videos, definitely get this book. And if you can afford it, definitely get the Meet Kevin course. Again, I got it for $350. I'm not sure if the discount code is still active or not. So this is a great comment, EJ88. Thank you for the super chat. But I would buy both. I would buy this book again, and I would buy the course again, even though none of this. What is Ebony Elze? Live streaming is where I am clueless. Yeah, this book isn't going to help you with the live streaming. Meet Kevin's Meet Kevin course is not really going to help you. It's going to tell you. Meet Kevin is more comprehensive. He's going to talk about the lighting that you need. He's going to talk about the audio that you need. He's going to talk about the sound. I guess sound is audio. The camera, the computer. He's going to talk about the equipment. He's going to talk about some philosophy. Talk about editing. But live streaming, you're not editing. I don't edit these things. I just press record, and here we are. Right. So there's nothing that I know of, and I know a lot about the information that's out here. I'm not a very good YouTuber, but when I get something in my head, I like to research it. So I've researched a lot about YouTube, and I don't always put into practice what I research, but I haven't seen any course out here on just about live streaming. So when Macy, shout out to Macy. This is rare to his honesty. Yeah, I want to be open with you and tell you about, kind of what I've been through. But, you can buy this book, which is a great book for videos. Shout out to Pink Book Lessons. Is that right? I love her channel. All she does is videos, right? Now, if you're doing a reaction video, if you have a reaction style channel, do you need Kevin? You don't need any of this stuff, to be honest. This is $20, right? You might as well buy it for $20. If you're going to do a reaction style channel, I'm not sure I would pay $350 for Meet Kevin's course, because it's so easy. It's pretty easy. But yeah, I don't know. I'm going to drop the, thank you, My Vivid Life. Yes. Get this. I mean, it's $20, guys. Get the damn book. I ordered it off Amazon. Kayla. Caleb is awesome, man. Shout out to Caleb. I'm gonna drop the chat. Let's bring some people up. Guys, if you want to come in, if you want to talk, if you want to ask me questions or share tips, if you've got a YouTube channel, you want to shout your channel out, please come on up. I pulled up private nobody first, but let me get Sim Saya, because Sim was on previously, but I had to run off because I had a consultation. So Sim, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes. Thank you again. So we're in part 2. Let's assume that nobody saw part 1. All right. So shout out your YouTube channel and tell us what's going on with your channel and kind of what you think.
What's going on, family? I am Simsia. I hail originally from South Africa, but I've been in America since '93. So this is technically my home. And so the YouTube channel really just documents my journey through personal finance, you know. So a good portion of my time here has been spent in really trying to figure out how to really live the American dream. And a lot of it has been spent really doing the wrong thing. So my channel is based upon the core concepts of pursuing financial independence and the small incremental things you can do as a regular wage earner, that would allow you an opportunity to build wealth slowly. So that's essentially what it is. It just documents, and it's me speaking on some of the discoveries that I've made, and maybe some things that some other professionals can share as it relates to personal finance.
Awesome. And how long have you been on YouTube, did you say?
So I've been talking about it for at least 2 years, but
Yeah.
this week will be my third week with my channel.
Oh,
So
third week. So you're a baby. Shout
super
out to
baby.
Sim. Excellent.
Yes, yes.
How many videos do you have?
I have 2 videos up, and I'm supposed to have a third, but I don't have all the editing done. So
Editing is a beast.
yeah, so I can say that I really value the live stream, and I feel like it does really build like a core following. But for me, it's really difficult to tell. So I've been in this area for since 1996, so I have a good portion of friends, but of course, a lot of them are not subscribers on my channel. So I'm not sure if the live streaming will really reach people the same way that I would hope it would, as far as building a community. But I can say that, you know, getting caught up in editing and trying to get things right, it takes up a lot of the time, and it doesn't allow you to really just get the information to the people, because you've focused on production and presentation and everything like that. So it's more
Exactly.
presentation and less context, you know.
Yes, you're talking about, editing and doing standalone videos versus, live streaming. And what does Macy say? Macy says, lead attorney, YouTube is full of videos on the topic, starting your own channel. That's true. That's true. But it's not full of information specifically about how we do our live streams. For example, this book is so good. This book Macy, for you to get on YouTube and find the information that's in this book on YouTube, it might take you 6 months. So what do you want to do, Macy? Do you want to go through 6 months of searching through YouTube videos, or do you just want to read this book? It's even worse for live streaming, because the information that I'm still learning about live streaming, none of this information is on YouTube. Like the small specific stuff. Like, for example, someone taught me something today. Someone said, if you put I tell people, come on, shout your channel out, drop the link to your channel in the chat. I found out today they can't do that. I've been saying that for 3 months. Where am I going to find a YouTube video that says, if you're not a moderator, you can't put a link in your comment section? Right? That's the good thing about having these streams, because we can talk to each other and ask each other very specific questions. I had a woman on a month ago. She told me how in the woman sector of YouTube, moderators were taking over YouTubers' channels. A YouTuber would have, let's say, 20 moderators. The moderators would get together and take over the whole channel. You think you're going to find this in the book? You think you're going to find this on YouTube, Macy? This is stuff that's going on right now in these streets. So if you say, Macy, that YouTube is full of videos on just the topic of starting a channel, you're absolutely right. But you need the details. The devil is in the details, right? Having said that, I've watched so many videos on starting on YouTube and the algorithm, and there is a lot of information. So Macy's exactly right about that. What is I can't? Let me just give me 1 second. What is I can and I will say, leaders training? What do you think about HBCU law schools? I think they're awesome. I was in front of a judge, one of my favorite judges. He went to I think it was Howard. The fact that he went to Howard, in my mind, raised up Howard's reputation. It wasn't the other way around. Like we can, man, Black people, we can do it. I mean, look at this channel. Like there's so many, most of it's Black, most of our audience is Black, but we're helping each other out. We're building up each other. We're creating a community. I got on here, a few hours before. Larry Reed just came in and said, "Here, young brother, here's $100." Right? Like we're helping each other out. We're supporting each other. So we can do that on YouTube. We can do that in business, and we can do that in law school. We can do that in medical school. I was down. I went to Atlanta. I was going from the airport, and I saw that Morehouse is over there on the West End. They're expanding their medical school, right? So HBCUs are doing it. They are absolutely doing it. I'm sorry about that, Sim. What did you say?
Now, I was going to say, in reference to what Marcy was saying, one of the things that I discovered even within the personal finance space is that when you don't have the ability to discern whether information is valuable, or even the ability to identify something that makes sense or that will help you out going into the future, then you just end up being scattered and you're all over the place. So if you're not getting like concise information that really leads to an actionable result, then what they say, confused people do nothing, so
Yes. So how often do you think you're going to be able to post videos?
So I wanted to say at least a minimum of once a week, but I know that's very conservative, and I have a lot of information that I'd like to unpack, but I'm a little bit, because personal finance is the core focus of my page. I didn't want it to be just a talking head where I'm just sitting here and I'm just lecturing people on what they should do and what they should not do.
Like
Well,
me?
it's a little bit different with you, because you're using like popular culture and you're mixing it into information that's actionable. And what I said earlier in the comments was that I believe that your channel is like the warning label for men that they need to read as they go into the journey of manhood.
Oh, I like that. That's deep right there. Shout out to Sam. I like that.
But I'll just say that for me, I think an opportunity for us to have a crowdsourced approach, similar to what you're doing right now, to just learning YouTube and really just growing overall. I feel like it gives you an opportunity for you to maybe avoid some costly mistakes that you can make in the early parts, similar to what you were saying that Rebuilding Wall Street has taught you, and it can allow all of us to win at a higher rate, with a reduced learning curve.
Yes, you're exactly right. Because, shout out to Macy, she says it's all on YouTube. How to run a Google ad campaign is on YouTube. You could probably find 500 videos about how to run a Google ad campaign. I didn't even no one had put that even on my radar. I knew you could run Facebook ads and IG ads and Google ads. Fine. I didn't know anybody who had done it. I didn't know if they were working, if they were effective, cost effective. I didn't know if it was worth the time. I didn't know what the results got. I didn't know what results you would get. Rebuilding Black Wall Street's been like, man, the results have been tremendous. Wow. And that's so much value when someone that vouches for something. So this community that we have, it's hard to find this stuff in a book or even in standalone videos. Live streams are just, to create a community, and that shout out to Larry Reed. That's what he was saying too, is like live streams can create your community so much easier, so much better than just 8-minute videos. I don't know what you're going to do with 8-minute videos. And, I've done 8-minute videos, 16-minute videos, 26-minute videos that no one watched. I've done them. And they took me so many hours. So I don't know. I'm so live stream right now, man. I love it. I was hating YouTube doing these standalone videos from just what you were saying, Sim, about all the editing, and it would take me days to edit one video, and I would upload it, and 6 people would watch it. 6 people after I worked on this thing for 3 days.
Now, would you? I have 2 questions for you. Now, would you say that you live streaming allows you to have a more natural conversation as opposed to you being like structured and trying to have perfect diction and trying to market and be attractive to a vast population? What would you say about like
Sam,
your
let me
ability to deliver the information?
let me tell you what would happen. First, all right, I would write a script, and I write slowly. So I would write a script, and it might be 10 pages long. Then I would take the script and download it into my iPad. So let's assume this is my iPad. Guys, I'm being vulnerable here because this was ridiculous what I was doing. So the first line would say, "Hi guys, I'm the lead attorney. How are you?" So I would hold up the iPad, read it in my head. "Hi guys, I'm the lead attorney. How are you?" I would put it down. "Hi guys, I'm the lead attorney. How are you today?" And then I would say, "Oh, I don't like the way that sounds." So I was like, Hi guys, I'm the lead attorney." And then, okay, I've got a great video for you, nigga. It took me so long just to get through a video. So then I was like, I can't do this anymore.
I'm sweating over here.
All right. I couldn't do it anymore. Go back and watch you guys might not be able to tell. My first video was with my iPad doing that. It took me so many hours to do that video, just to film it. Because I was going sentence by sentence. Then I was like, no, forget that. So then I got a teleprompter. I got a cheap teleprompter, and I would upload the scripts into the teleprompter. But because the teleprompter was it was cheap. It was only like $100. It didn't really work very well, and I was doing that for a few videos. And I was like, no, I need a better teleprompter. So then I spent more money, got a better teleprompter. The first teleprompter I had a remote control, but it was kind of dicey, and it would move down line by line so instead of me using the iPad, I would just look at the teleprompter. So some of y'all guys can't tell, but my videos, maybe 5 through 10, I'm using a teleprompter in all those. I never freestyled one video ever in my life. Some of y'all can just go up here and freestyle a video without a script. I'm an attorney. I couldn't do it. I needed every single word. And so I went from the iPad to the teleprompter, but even with the teleprompter, sometimes I couldn't see it. I don't know if you got, my vision isn't that good. Sometimes I'd be like, what does it say? Or I would misread it. So I'd have to reread the line. So instead of rereading the lines from the iPad, I would be rereading the lines from the damn teleprompter. Then I bought a better teleprompter, and that worked a little better. But it was still crazy. And I haven't even started editing, guys. Listen to what I'm telling you. I've done a script, and I'm uploading it here and there and reading in the teleprompter. It takes hours. I haven't even started editing. Once I finished that, then I would start the editing process, and it was so long. People are like, oh, use iMovie or use DaVinci Resolve. I was like, no, I got a job. I'm going to do the best. I'm going to give me my Final Cut Pro. Here's your $300. Oh, now that I get it, guess what? I don't know how to use it. So now I'm doing a 3-hour tutorial on YouTube. Just like Macy said, everything's on YouTube, right? So it's a 3-hour great tutorial, but then I don't learn enough. So then I do a 5-hour tutorial on how to use Final Cut Pro. So that's 8 hours before I even started editing my first video. I've got 8 hours plus all of the recording time in. Now when I start editing the video, it's a disaster, right? It's a disaster to not edit it well. I didn't know about plugins until I was six videos in. Guys, do not edit a video if you don't know what a plugin is. If you don't know what a plugin is, stop editing right now and look up plugins, because you will be trying. I spent 20 hours trying to recreate something I could have bought for $5. And what I could have bought for $5, a $5 plugin, it would look tremendously more professional than what I was doing. I didn't know plugins existed. Plugins, they're not in this book. It doesn't, I don't think this book mentions plugin one time. This is not an editing book. This is a book on YouTube. So it glances at editing. It will not teach you how to edit. If you're on Final Cut Pro and you don't know what a plugin is, you're in trouble, because you're going to be spending so much time on stuff. I've spent over $1,000 on plugins, the majority of which I don't know how to use. Some of these plugins I bought were so complicated. They look good if you knew how to use them. I didn't know how to use them. So when you factor in I would spend hours, guys, I would spend hours researching plugins. Forget hours actually spending on editing the video. I'm spending hours deciding on which plugins to buy. Like, I was everywhere. My mind was everywhere with a full-time job, a time-intensive job. I'm amazed that I made it. Sometimes when people like Larry Reed or people like El Guapo, or people, when you support me and you hear me say that I was about to give up, you guys don't know how close I was, man. You guys have no idea how close I was to giving up, because it would just take me so many hours. Oh, and then somebody's like, just like Macy said, everybody talks about how to start a YouTube channel on YouTube, right? So I started looking at all these videos. What did they say? They say, oh, you need great thumbnails. Fair enough. That's true. Daryl Reeves, he's the guy behind Mr. Beast. Daryl Reeves has billions of views. He's responsible for billions of views. He says your thumbnails are the most important thing. So I was like, oh, okay, how do I do a thumbnail? People are talking about Canva. Forget that. That's free. What's the most expensive thing? They say, Photoshop. Fine. Here's the monthly payment for the Photoshop or whatever. So now I get Photoshop. Guess what? I open it up. Guess what?
Can't use it.
Can't use it. Sam is exactly right. Sam knows I can't use it. So now I'm on YouTube again for a 3-hour tutorial, then another 5-hour tutorial. That's 8 hours in. I haven't made one thumbnail. Now, having said that, after those 8 hours of tutorial, go back and look at my very first thumbnail on Tom Brady. That's a kick-ass thumbnail. I'm sorry. It's like that. My very first, the video itself was terrible. The thumbnail was legit. Now, because the video was terrible, nobody watched the damn video to the end, right? So it didn't really matter. But Photoshop is legit. But I spent so many hours making, guys, hours and hours and hours making thumbnails. One thumbnail, you spend 7 hours. What is Rebuilding Black Wall Street does? He gives some person in India $5 and they shoot him a thumbnail that looks excellent. Do you see how I was making all these mistakes? This isn't in this book about giving a guy $5 in India and having him give you a professional thumbnail. It's not in Meet Kevin's book. It's not in Meet Kevin's course. I don't think he talks about Fiverr and thumbnails. Daryl tells you how important they are. He tells you that they spend sometimes a week. He has a team of like 5 people that will spend 1 week on one thumbnail.
Wow.
That's how important they are. But I'm not a team. It's just me, and I've got a job, right? So Rebuilding Black Wall Street is taking all of these professional shortcuts, and I didn't know about the shortcuts, and it almost cost me to lose the whole damn thing. Right. And we, again, just the editing, oh God. So somebody introduced me to Ecamm. And let me tell you what I did. I pressed record, and this is what it is. No editing or anything. I was like, oh my God, I can make a video and don't have to edit it. right? I can make a video, guys. Do you listen? Let me tell you a little secret. There's no teleprompter. Let me tell you a little secret. I'm not going sentence by sentence on an iPad. I'm just talking to you. It saves me. You guys, some of you are so funny because you're right from your perspective, but you're so wrong from my perspective. Some of you say, Lead Attorney, you do an 8-hour live stream. How do you have time to do 8 hours? I can't believe you do 8 hours. From your perspective, you're right. Because an 8-hour live stream, who's doing that on YouTube? You have no idea what 8 hours looks like to me. I was spending 25 hours on a video, right? And then I couldn't even talk to my people because it's a 25-minute video. If you tell me I have to dedicate 8 hours for a live stream, I know I can put 8 hours into it and I've got a video. I can't do that with a 25-minute video. You give me 8 hours, I'm only 10 minutes into the 25-minute video. Now, shout out to, I think, Keep It Techie, right? He's a technical guy and he doesn't even use all of the professional stuff. He uses all this open source stuff to edit his videos, and he edits them and he knows all the tricks. So he's fast. So maybe you're fast, right? So don't necessarily listen to me. Obviously, I'm slow. But for me to do real videos, I couldn't do it. Now, if I was doing reaction videos, those would probably go a lot faster. Reaction videos are pretty fast. But it was, you guys don't believe, you cannot believe the struggles that I went through. I was really struggling. I would not be here today if there were no live streams. I would have given up. Absolutely would have given up. And it just wouldn't have been worth my time. These live streams have saved me. You know, people are like, oh, you did a 5-hour live stream. Aren't you tired? I'm in my head. Oh, you have no idea. You have no idea how fast 5 hours goes to me, right? As opposed to 25 hours. Yes, my thumbnails still are terrible, but you know, I use Canva now. I canceled that damn Photoshop. I can't, you know. One of the 4 huge epiphany things that I got from Meet Kevin's course. You know what Meet Kevin taught me? I bought the course when I was still doing these damn 25-hour edits. You know what he said? He said, yeah. I love doing videos, but I don't edit them more than 5 minutes. What? He's like, oh yeah, I got the 5-minute edit. I said, what the fuck is a 5-minute edit? He's like, yeah, I get all this equipment. I record the video. I script it kind of paragraph, bullet points. Then I have the camera up. He has Meet Kevin has a teleprompter. And he says, you know, I kind of use the teleprompter to guide me and I just do it one take. And if I mess up, guess what? I messed up. I ain't going back. And then once I record the video, I cut off the beginning, I cut off the end, upload it, 5 minutes. If I can't do a video in 5 minutes, I ain't doing it.
Wow.
It was, I mean, it was an epiphany. I was like, oh my God. Because the main problem, the biggest problem that I had with YouTube was speed. I was so slow. My videos were bad, but that's to be expected. Everybody's videos are going to be bad when they were beginning. That wasn't my problem. My problem is that I was taking 20 hours to do a video. When he showed me it was possible to do a video in 5 minutes, it was a game changer. Just for that knowledge alone, he did a whole video on the course. He wasn't just telling you guys, Meet Kevin course is awesome. He filmed a whole video for you. On one of the modules, he films a whole video and then films himself edited. So you see the whole thing. And so it wasn't like, oh yeah, I do 5-minute edits and then I got to take his word for it. I saw him do it and saw him upload it. And the video that he uploaded is still on his channel and it's probably got, 100,000 views. So it was a paradigm shift. I thought, okay, if I'm spending 25 hours, if I can get down to 19 hours, then maybe that's a good thing. I didn't know that. No, you should be, you can do it in 5-10 minutes. It's amazing. Now, so that was one of maybe the 3 or 4 things that little piece of knowledge right there, to watch him do it. My main problem was the speed, and to see how he fixed my problem. That one thing was absolutely worth $350. It's all about knowledge, guys. Sometimes we are battling with something, and somebody else they fixed it a long time ago. They fixed it so long ago, and they will fix it in a way that you couldn't even imagine the solution. Right? So to me, I mean, it was a game changer. Yeah. So I mean,
last question.
Yeah.
So my last question is a little bit off topic, but I'm curious, what is with attorneys and you all's addiction to fitness? I've noticed a pattern. Like I know some people who are attorneys, and I've noticed that a lot of the attorneys that I know, they generally go hard in the gym. Is it one of the coping mechanisms that you all use in order for you to deal with your career, or what would you say in your opinion?
Honestly, I've never heard this. I know a lot of fat attorneys. I know a lot of overweight attorneys. I know a lot of attorneys who smoke weed. I know a lot of attorneys who are drunkards. The only attorney on YouTube who's into fitness, I think, was Elgin Intensity, and that was years ago. So I haven't seen the whole attorneys being into fitness, to be honest. I haven't seen that.
All right. I think in my local community.
I think that's you. Yeah, I think just randomly you have contacts with attorneys who go hard in the gym, because that's, to me, where I'm at. That's not what I see. Every time I walk into court, fat attorneys everywhere. But every time I walk into the mall, they're fat Americans. Like, we're just all, you know what I'm saying? We all eat this crap.
Yes.
So what is end up? It's just the stress. But maybe you say too, it's a stress mechanism. I don't know. But yeah, thank you for coming on, Sim, and keep pushing out that content, man.
Thank you.
Try the live streams though. Try them. Just try a few.
So
because
with a smaller group, would you say that they would have any impact, or what
yes?
would you say about that?
When I started doing live streams, there were 30 people in the chat.
Okay.
Shout out to Rebuilding Black Wall Street. Rebuilding Black Wall Street, he'll do a whole live stream. The 15, 20 people will show up. But by doing that, he got monetized in less than 3 weeks.
Oh wow.
That and the Google AdSense stuff.
Wow. Oh yeah.
Listen, when I started this chat, there were 9 people. When I started this live stream, there were 9 people. There are 191 people in this stream, Sim. If I was talking about Charlemagne the God, there would be 700. So don't even worry about the number. Listen, I noticed that there are not 700 people in the stream right now. I notice it. I don't care. I'm not going to tell you not to notice it, because it's human nature to notice. It's human nature to notice when you press record and there are 9 people in this motherfucker. When you're used to be, starting off and it's 250, you notice, but that's okay. That's okay. You just talk to whoever's there, and it's gonna grow. It's gonna grow, right? So that's go ahead.
I appreciate you. Thanks a lot for giving back to the community. You inspired me. You pushed me over the ledge. I watched both of your YouTube videos. Although you had your trials and tribulations, you were still encouraging us to go ahead and push on. But thanks a lot, and continue to do great work. Thanks a lot.
No problem. Thank you so much. And if I do my 15-minute consults, I'm definitely going to call it a Hot 15. I love that. That's such a great. That's such a great name. I'll credit you for that. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, Sam.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Thank you. All right, let's get to Private Nobody, and then we're calling up the Black girls. Okay. Private Nobody, can you hear me?
Yes, I had to unmute. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you so much for coming on. Really, really appreciate it. So you have a YouTube channel, is that right?
Not exactly. I do have one, but I haven't used it. But I'm quite familiar with doing webinars, seminars, conference calls for like the last 13 years. Uh, unfortunately, what I do, it deals in the private sector, and it may not translate well in the public for obvious reasons.
Right.
So legal in nature, but on the private side, most people are totally unaware that there's a private side of life as well as public. Most of us deal in the public, like what you do. That's in the public. But we won't go into that now. But that's basically the only reason why I don't have a YouTube channel that deals primarily with my niche, because it can cause problems. So we do that on the private side. If I do make it active, it would be a lead-in into my private membership association, because I have a group that I had up for since about 2011. So, and we deal with those issues. But what I called about, and I've been modern to you for the last, 3 or 4 months. And I truly appreciate what you're doing. It's not done enough as far as give back by attorneys. I'm familiar with the profession, although I'm not an attorney, but I've been involved for like 34 years. Again, mostly on the private side and successful. But I called about the gentleman who you spoke to earlier on part 1.
Okay.
Who basically, I guess you would say that he was asking for services for nothing before he would pay. Now, I don't believe he explained himself well enough for easy comprehension. I go back in my own experience as a real estate professional. If I don't sell, I don't get paid. So that was one of the professions where you have to do something to get paid. Same thing with car salesmen. And there's other professions. I remember even Kevin Samuels mentioned when he was working with MCI, he was basically working on commission. If he didn't close deals, he didn't get paid. So there are areas in our commerce that operates that way. It's a small market. Majority is you provide the service, you get paid. But there are, small areas in the capitalistic system or the fabric thereof that do operate that way.
I don't understand what you're saying. So let's say you use a car dealership, okay? I have never gone to a car dealership, purchased a car, drove it around for a month before I decided, okay, yeah, I'm going to keep it without signing over a check or signing a contract or something like that. I don't know what you're saying.
Okay, it's not about you. It's about the salesman and the company that he's working for.
No. It is about me though, because here's the thing. From what I understood, what he was saying, he was trying to get services from a gentleman who he had not paid. And the gentleman didn't show the requisite amount of commitment, nor did he show the requisite amount of results. And what you need to know and what everybody needs to know is people are people. Let me tell you something about attorneys, guys. Attorneys get a bad rap for a lot of reasons, and some of it is deserved. However, some of it, you guys will owe us $20,000, let's say. And you come in, you owe me $20,000. And you'll come into my office and say, lead attorney, I don't think you're fighting hard enough for me. Now, I'm a professional. And the fact that you owe me $20,000 shouldn't affect my services. I am also human. All right. I know who's paid up. I know who owes me a little bit, and I know who owes me a lot. Sometimes you can get into the habit of thinking that people are machines, and they're not. Shout out to Denzel Washington. He had that movie about when he had a movie, I think it was Man on Fire, where he was a bodyguard, but he had a drinking problem. And so this rich family, they're trying to hire him, and he's kind of lackadaisical about it. And he's like, yeah, well, you can hire me if you want. But what did he say? He says the services are on par with the pay. My services are on par with the pay. And this is what O'Shea Duke Jackson talks about, us as YouTubers going to other YouTubers empty-handed asking for handouts. You're talking to people, right? So when you ask something from somebody and you have no value to offer, you're just asking, do my social media for how much? For free? Handle my case, how much? For free? Protect my family with your life, how much? For free? What type of services do you think you're going to get, Private Nobody?
Okay. I think you misinterpreted what I was trying to say, but I agree with your analysis and assessment because I relate to that. I relate to that based on the business that I'm in.
Mm-hmm.
And what you just articulated is what I have experienced over the years. And even goes back to my father, who used to be who's no longer with us now, but he was a general contractor. He used to do work, and this was under contract. He used to do work and everything, and people didn't want to pay at least the remaining portion of the contract. And unfortunately, some of the biggest non-payers were our own people.
All right, I don't know where we're going with this, but
but I'm gonna stop that there. But what I was talking about between the car dealership and the sellers of the cars, because a lot of them are almost like 1099. And so therefore, if they don't sell cars, they don't get paid. So if a car salesman was to try to induce you to buy a car, it's in his benefit to try to close the deal so he can get his commission. It's just like that when I was in real estate. When I was in real estate, brokers pay you very little just to exist. And if anything, you're paying them. And so if you don't sell properties, you don't get paid.
Okay.
So that's
right.
what I'm talking about.
Gotcha.
Now with regards to the guy that you were speaking to, yes, I believe that his premise was misplaced in that particular circumstances because that's not the normal course of commerce in that field. In that field, you pay as you go. A workman is worthy of his hire. I mean, I've done a lot of free work over the years, but I've done a lot of work also that I never got paid on. Matter of fact, I told somebody recently, if I was to go back and all the people that didn't pay me, it would easily be over $500,000. Easily.
Okay. No, I hear what you're saying, but we're getting far afield here because the point of this is supposed to be talking about YouTube tips and tricks. And so
no, I only called about that particular situation because although it was misplaced, there is a place in commerce where that precept operates.
Okay. All right.
That's it.
Well, all right. Well, perfect. Thank you so much, Mr. Nobody, for coming on. Really appreciate that.
Okay. Have a good day.
Right. Thank you. You too. All righty. Let us get Black girls getting their shift. Black girls getting their shift together. How are you doing? Oh, I think you're muted. Okay. Sorry about that. Say that again.
I said, I'm well. How are you doing?
Perfect. Thank you so much for coming on and for being patient. I know you got a YouTube channel, right? Tell us a little bit about your channel.
I do. It's Black Girls Getting Their Shift Together, and it's a podcast about mental health and wellness, particularly for our community, the Black community. And it's a safe place where it's not just mental health, but it's also wellness, because sometimes we don't talk about that a lot in our community.
Mm-hmm.
So piggybacking on that question, the reason why I came on, because when you had the kosher clinician,
yes,
woo,
he gave us that work.
he brought that heat. So let me tell you, I reached out to him.
Mm-hmm.
My keyboard was on fire. So now he's going to be on my channel August 23rd.
Oh, that is awesome. That is awesome.
8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube. Just search, of course, Black Girls Getting Their Shift Together. Because when he was talking, as you know, I mean, what do you think about him? Didn't he light it up?
He lit it up. He lit it up. He absolutely lit it up. I thought he was awesome. I thought he was absolutely awesome. You got to be careful if you take a look at your if he takes a look at your thumbnails, he might steal a couple. I'll just see them, but he absolutely lit it up. He was on fire. Talk about man on fire. Yes.
And going back to your part one, I forgot who the brother was when they were giving tips, and he was talking about stay within your niche, because when you veer off is when you lose your core subscribers. And I enjoy watching your channel no matter what. Mm-hmm. But when he came on, I said, that's my niche right there. That was it. That was in my lane. I enjoyed everything else. But when he spoke to my soul. And apparently yours too, right?
He was awesome. And when you say staying in your niche, it's such a such a great point, because let me tell you something. There's a reason why, part one of this video, there's a reason why it only has 2,000 views as opposed to the normal, let's say 10,000, because it's not in my niche, right? YouTube has me pegged as a man who talks about the tea and gossip and clout chasing. I'm supposed to talk about current events. So YouTube doesn't know what the hell I'm doing right now talking about YouTube Elementary. But that's okay, because I'm not doing it for the AdSense or anything like that. I'm doing it just for us. But the point needs to be stated that I'm confusing the YouTube algorithm right now, because there is a whole section of YouTube that talks about how to make a YouTube video, how to make a YouTube channel. And YouTube does not have me in that genre. They don't have me in that category. They have me in the category of, O'Shea and Red Pill Kevin Samuels and Kwame Brown. They have me in this category. So when I make a video about how to get better on a YouTube channel, the algorithm doesn't know what I'm doing. The algorithm really is telling me that I'm making a mistake, which is why there are 200 people in the chat and my last video only has 2,000 views, right? But again, I'm not doing it for the algorithm. If I were, though, I would be making a mistake. Somebody in the first section said, oh, I want to have a variety channel. Variety of channels go straight to hell.
Yeah.
You got to talk about one thing, maybe two things. If you want to talk about 6 things, you just need 6 different channels. And that's what people do. They just make different channels, right?
I agree. It's good to have a lane that you stay in.
Yes.
It's also good to have an access road that you can go to sometimes as well. But just know that that main lane, that's where you should be, because you'll get your loyalty right there. Exactly.
Like, I do my main stuff for the algorithm, and then I do this stuff just for us, right? Just for us. I love seeing people grow, right? I love seeing Rebuilding Black Wall Street take off, and now he knows more about certain stuff than I do. I love seeing El Guapo take off. I love seeing Rush take off, right? I love looking at Vivid's videos. I love seeing Joe over there supporting Blind Guy, his wife, their life. I love this whole community.
They're going to be on my show as well.
Oh, look at that. That is awesome. That is awesome. This is what I'm talking about.
And guess who else is going to be on my show?
Who's going to be on your show?
You.
I would love to be on your show. I don't agree. I do not. Listen, I for almost anybody, here's the thing about collaborations, and we talked about that in the first one. Collaboration, it needs to fit with both channels, right? It needs to fit with both channels. I do not want to derail this stream, but I will tell you this, guys. I'm just a guy. I know you. I'm an attorney. I'm the lead attorney. Fair enough. But I am just a guy, and I have my thoughts. And some of my thoughts are very mainstream, and some of my thoughts are they're a little bit They're not mainstream.
And
All right.
okay.
I do not believe in this conventional type of therapy. You know, shout out to Kevin Samuels. He'll ask a woman, he'll say, oh, well, did you go to therapy? Did you go to CBT? Did you go to cognitive behavioral therapy? And the
May
woman,
I interject?
yes, go ahead.
Okay, I totally agree. And not only that, I respect, because we've had this conversation. But let's go back to part one earlier. That sister, she had a really beautiful spirit. She was the one.
No, well, let me interject. I'm not talking about any one person. He asked this for multiple women.
Okay.
I don't know which woman you're talking about in particular. I'm talking about in general. One of his general questions a lot is, have you gone to therapy?
Right.
And what he's talking about is this cognitive behavioral therapy. And I don't believe in that at all. Have there been women who say that they went to CBT and it helped them? Yes. Do I think that's a good thing? Yes. Whatever helps you. If marijuana helps you, go. If therapy helps you, go. If going to the chiropractor, which is another thing, I'm kind of like, go, fine, right? But it's hard for me to get on a channel. I don't want to get on a channel and just, say the opposite of everything that you stand for. I'm not sure that's a good collaboration for us.
Well, this is the thing. Going back to that sister, when she asked you about coming on, and remember it was about divorce, I emailed, and I get it. You have probably thousands of emails. I wanted you to come on to talk about divorce and really the mediation part of it. Just the communication. But I totally understand and respect that. I'm like, damn, this sister got to ask him before I did.
No, you asked me first. I remember you because we talked about this. Because people ask me, the nurse and the nerd asked me, people ask me, hey, come on my channel, I go. But if your channel, if I have a deep seated negative reaction to the whole point of your channel, not your channel, of course, but I don't believe in it. It doesn't mean it doesn't work for everybody. It doesn't, just for me, as me as a person. I'm not saying I don't even want to tell people my beliefs because it can start to look like I'm trying to influence them.
Right.
I don't ever want a woman to say, oh, well, I was going to therapy for 8 months and I thought it was working, but then the lead attorney told me it was bullshit, so I stopped. No. If you think it's working, then go.
Right.
But, I don't want to get on a panel and start talking about something that I don't believe in, and I don't want to fake it.
You should not. And that goes back to the authenticity and integrity of what you say. But I have two more questions. Is that okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Next question is about the thumbnails.
Yes.
Is it about the title? Is it the graphics?
What do you mean?
Well, you always keep talking about the thumbnails, and I'm realizing how important they are. So is it that YouTube recognizes the title, which will draw people to your channel and make it suggested?
No, the title is different than the thumbnail. The thumbnail is the picture. The title is the title, right? So the thumbnail is just the graphic. Now, there could be words on the graphic, but that's not the title. The title is the actual title of the video, which is a whole separate thing, which is also important. And people have studied just the title alone.
I just had a light bulb moment.
Yeah, the title is its own separate thing. But in terms of the thumbnail, the graphic, the whole point, what you want is somebody to click it. That's the whole damn point of the thumbnail. Now, people have studied what makes you click on it to death. And they talk about it a little bit in here about, how to analyze. Actually, this book is pretty good about thumbnails because, if you want to know about thumbnails, this book is actually pretty good. And it talks about, and it has some additional resources that you can check out. So it talks about the best colors to use in your thumbnail. The thing is, YouTube is so advanced that it has a machine that analyzes the thumbnails. So it knows exactly what's in your thumbnail. It knows if there are any guns in your thumbnail, if there are children in your thumbnail. If you put words in your thumbnail, it will read your thumbnail. Mm-hmm. And it's taking a whole calculus of the flavor and the efficacy of your thumbnail. And then it also puts your thumbnail out and it watches how many people, it can tell how many people see your thumbnail and then how many people click on it and how many people don't click on it. And if YouTube shows your thumbnail to a few people and they'll click on it, then they'll show it to a few more people and they'll click on it. If they click on it, it'll just show more and more and more. When people stop clicking on your thumbnail, they stop expanding it and they just kind of leave it there a little bit. But what happens if you make a thumbnail and nobody clicks on it? They'll show it to a few people. If no one clicks on it, it'll die right there. It'll die right there. That's why thumbnails are so important, because you could have the best video in the world. If YouTube shows your video, shows your thumbnail to the best video, let's say that you have the best video in the world and you have a crappy thumbnail. YouTube shows your crappy thumbnail to 20 people. If not one of those 20 people clicks on your thumbnail, YouTube will tank your video and no one will see it. No one will see it. But, if you have a great thumbnail, then they're going to show it to 20 people. And if 17 people click, they're going to show it to maybe 40 people. If those people click, they're going to show it to 200. If those people click, then they're going to show it to 2,000. They're going to keep pumping it up to see how far can it go until people stop clicking. Wow. So if you got a thumbnail, if you got a great thumbnail, your whole video can go viral because YouTube is exploding it out and everybody's clicking. But if you've got a terrible thumbnail and nobody clicks on it, it's going to die in the beginning.
Wow.
It's never going to happen. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Excuse me. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, if you have a crappy thumbnail, it's never going to get the chance to get out and start to do work.
It makes sense, because just starting out, I'm a new YouTuber as well, and I had no thumbnails, right?
Yeah.
And then one episode I had, it was I didn't realize it was that great of a title. It was titled The Female Orgasm Spectrum. And I had a sex therapist on. We finished, there was probably 150 views, like instantly, just like that.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to go back and put a dope ass picture for the thumbnail.
Exactly. Yes. Especially if you're talking about let me tell you something. You want guys to click on a video, start talking about female orgasms.
Yeah.
You might not even, that might be a video that can get a lot of views with a terrible thumbnail, right? Because dudes are going to click regardless. But if you have a great thumbnail, that whole video could blow up.
Yeah, that's amazing. So, okay, my other question is, why did you post that thirst trap?
Listen, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be transparent in all things, But when Millionaire Hoy came in and commented on my picture, it took me all the way back. You guys are looking at the second reincarnation, man. I was going to be a fitness YouTuber talking Spanish. And I knew exactly where my 1 million subscribers were going to come from, because there was a guy, it was a Mexican dude, and he had 1 million subscribers, and his body was terrible, and his information was terrible. Everything was terrible. I couldn't compete with the Americans because, you take a black dude who's been working out for 15 years, like a Chris Jones, like, come on, man, my body can't compare to his. I'm realistic. All right. I know that I don't have a body like Big Brandon Carter, but I can go over to the Mexicans and take all their views. Right. So I am not ashamed to go where I can win. I am not ashamed to go beat up the 6-year-olds. I'll go beat them up.
You better put it on them. So
right.
Are you going to make that picture your next YouTube thumbnail?
I am not. And in fact, I am deleting this video. So y'all better get the information while you can. This video is not going to stay around. The first part will, though. The first part will be. But it's only 200 people in here. So we're just family, guys. We're just family, and we can be intimate with each other, and we can be open to one another. I'm telling you, guys, it's hard for me to tell you that in my first videos, I was reading line by line. That's embarrassing as hell, because who does that? No one does that. Right. But, I want you guys to know how far I've come, because some of you guys are going to be starting in the same low place. And what does Andrea say? You have no shame. That's true. It's very hard to find an attorney who has shame. The stuff that we've had to say, the stuff that we've had to do over 20 years, we have no shame. I don't know if you guys know who Mike Singleton is. Mike Singletary. Mike Singletary played for the Chicago Bears.
Oh,
yes.
Not the refrigerator. He was also a coach for Green Bay, right?
Well, he was a coach for San Francisco, I think.
49ers. That's right.
And what he got famous because he was a terrible coach. But one of the things that he did when he was a coach, I think he coached for 1 year. He was such a great player. He's in the Hall of Fame. So people were like, he knows something. So he got up in front of his team that was losing, unbuckled his pants, pulled his pants down, and pulled his drawers down. And so he's standing there in front of the whole team with his underwear around his ankles, right? I mean, that's no shame. I got a little bit more shame than that. I'm not going to do that in front of a room full of 100 men. But I guess he was trying to make the point that, listen, guys, we are all in. I don't know what the damn point was. But to be honest, that was weird. I mean, it was a room full of 100 men, and he unbuckles his pants, pulls his pants down, pulls his drawers down, like, here it is. I don't know what the damn point was, but I guess he was trying to say that, they're a fan. I don't know what the damn point was. The point is, though, that man has no shame. That was the point, right? I got a little bit more shame than that. But attorneys, man, we've done so many things and said so many things over the years. Like, what are you guys really gonna? I know you guys are gonna laugh at me, but it doesn't bother me at all.
We weren't laughing. I know all the ladies were like this.
No, but when I'm talking to you about how I was messing up my videos, reading line by line. In fact, now that we're saying this, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go back and find an unedited video and I'm going to post it so you guys can see how I was just dying. I mean, I would say the same sentence over and over and over again till I got it right. I would say the sentence 3 times, 4 times, 12 times until I felt like I said it right. After I said that sentence 8 times, I would go back and do the next sentence. And I would do this for 10 pages. 10 pages. Like that, you cannot survive on YouTube making videos this way.
You can't.
You can't do it.
With mine just to do the live stream.
Yes, the live streams. They saved me.
Done with it because I have an audio podcast. When you see it, I turn it into an audio podcast, and it was just too much. And I would do the same thing. I'm reading, and I said, you know what? I'm human. Everyone who's listening, watching, we're all human. Be forgiving, and if they're not, then that's not my audience. That's
yes.
You can't please everyone. You really can't.
It's true. It's true. No, you're exactly right. So let me see your let me pull up your channel name. Black Girls Getting Their Shift Together. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. But another thing real quick.
Yeah.
Consider this. I want to interview you on your channel. Think about it.
I hate your topic. Somebody in the chat. I was trying to be nice. I was trying to be nice. Somebody in the chat said, "Listen, lady, take the nice no. All right, take the nice no."
You're not listening.
I hate therapy. I don't know what I don't want to say it that way.
Anything about therapy?
I just don't believe in it.
You like, how did you get into being an attorney? Family law has nothing to do with therapy.
Okay, you kind of triggered me because I'm trying to be nice to you, but damn, I have a very. It's a thing about therapy. I really think so many therapists are taking advantage of people.
But it wasn't. I wasn't asking about talking about therapy. It
was all right.
You, but okay, we'll let that go.
No problem. No problem. I'm sorry.
I Decatur came out of
No, I apologize. And it's not you. It's the anger that I have with so many psychologists and psychiatrists taking advantage of people. It's not you. It's these psychiatrists charging $350 an hour every Tuesday for 4 years. And the woman still isn't better.
It
right?
had nothing to do. That's why I said on your channel about just you. But okay.
Yeah, no problem, no problem. And listen, I would do that too, but everybody wants to know about me, and I'm trying to, I want to tell you all about me, but I also did say that I was going to do a video about me. So I don't want to. I'm gonna do a video about my life story because everybody wants
That's
to know about the
perfect.
lead attorney, right? So I don't want to have someone interview me and then turn around and do the video because then that kills the video.
All right.
But I am gonna.
Roden McAfee, thank you.
I am going to do that. So I apologize to you. That wasn't towards you. It's just I have an anger towards a lot of psychiatrists. I think they're going down the wrong road, and I think that some of them know it. Some of them don't know it, but some of them do know it. Some of them do, and they're terrorizing women specifically. Because listen, I don't even want to get into it, but so many. Okay, I don't even gonna get into it. I ain't even gonna get into it because damn, I'll talk for 30 minutes on that.
Yeah, I don't want no more of that Decatur.
Okay, no, it wasn't you. It's just psychiatrists are abusing survivors of of sexual violence, and they know they're doing it, and it enrages me. But so you got a little bit of I misdirected it. I thought you were trying to talk to me about therapy.
Not at all.
Okay.
Not at all.
So thank you so much for coming on, and let me show your name again. Black Girls Getting Their Shift Together. If we could have somebody drop the link to her channel in the chat, that would be great.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. And please come back anytime. And it warms my heart to know that you are having collaborations with other family members here. It's just awesome. It's absolutely awesome. Yeah, I got to watch that collaboration with you and the Kosher Clinic. I know it's going to be fire.
August 23rd.
August 23rd. Fantastic. Thank you so much. All righty. Who do we got here? We got Caddy B. Caddy B, can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, perfect. Caddy B, do you have a YouTube channel?
I do. It's Cardi B.
Cardi B, excellent. Let me pull up the name here. Y'all see it, Caddy, not Cardi B, Caddy B, right? How long have you been on YouTube?
Like a month.
A month. Okay, we got another baby in the house. Another baby. Do you have any videos up?
I have about 57.
In a month?
Yes.
Damn! Damn, that's awesome. That is absolutely awesome. I'm telling. So I bet you were laughing at me when I was talking about how slow I go with my videos. You do your videos much faster, right?
Well, like the first 5, I started podcasting.
Mm-hmm.
So, I sort of uploaded those over to YouTube. So I guess those don't actually count as YouTube videos.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I was actually afraid for a while to even get started because I kept saying, I'm going to do it. But then I was like, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to do anything. And I did a whole bunch of research, like you said, on YouTube, trying to figure out what was what. But then I discovered StreamYard, and I do nothing but live streams.
Okay, that's how it is then. That's how it is. Salute to you. See, you found the solution much faster. And did you notice an improvement when you were trying? Are you monetized yet?
Not yet. I am almost there. I have my watch hours. I'm
exactly.
just
your watch hours, right? Did you notice how fast you got your watch hours doing all those live streams?
Yes. I did a 3.5-hour live stream, and after that, I had the hours.
Did you hear this? She is dropping game. Guys, let me tell you something. To get monetized, generally you need 2 things. You need 1,000 subscribers and you need 4,000 watch hours. She got her 4,000 watch hours out of one live stream. All right. So go ahead and knock that out. And that's the technique that Rebuilding used too. To get, he got both of his requirements in like 3 weeks. Right. So it used to be back in my day when they added the monetization, everybody's like, oh, this is going to take me at least another year, another 2 years. Now you guys are like, no, what requirements? I'll knock those out in a month and a half. Right. So shout out. That is fantastic. So what do you talk about on your live streams? What do you got going on?
I talk about celebrity gossip Talk a lot about the housewives and stuff, but mostly Black housewives and Black celebrity gossip.
Awesome. And how many subscribers do you have right now?
I have about 641
in a month.
Yes.
Damn, you guys are just blowing up so fast, man. So fast. It took me to get 600 subscribers, man. That probably took me 6 months, right? And you got it in a month. That's amazing. Amazing. But this also, guys, goes to show you as well. This is what's in this book. This is what I read in part 1. I just read one sentence. I just opened it up and it was there. It was like, you want to blow up? Start talking about mainstreams, talk about pop culture. In the Black community, we call it the T, or we call it clout chasing, right? But it works. It absolutely works. It absolutely works. So shout out to you. What do you have any questions, or do you have any tips for newer YouTubers like yourself, or kind of what do you think about all this?
I know YouTube, like Creator Studio, whatever, tells you collabs is a good way to get known.
Yes.
You can get in with a bigger YouTuber. That's a good way.
Yes.
Also riding the wave of something.
Yes. Yes,
So
you're exactly
you see
right.
something that's blowing up, get on it.
Yes, that's what I did. I rode the Bill Cosby wave.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, so many of you found me through Kwame Brown. I jumped on that damn Kwame Brown train so fast, and that damn train took me places. Right? She's really spitting game, because if you can find a wave to jump on, I did that with the Charlemagne. Man, those videos blew up. Right? That might have been the very first video I had with 100,000 subscribers. I didn't even know what I was talking about. People started talking about Charlemagne. I was like, okay. They were asking me, what is this plea deal? What is this plea deal with this Charlemagne dude? Guys, you want me to tell you something embarrassing? I have a video on my channel. It is the #1 seen video, and all of the information is wrong. I mean, it's not wrong. I just didn't know what I was talking about. People came to me and they were like, oh, how did Charlemagne get this plea deal? So I did a video on the various ways that you could do a plea deal. I didn't know that there was, I mean, if I would have done research, I just would have said, okay, this is how he did the plea deal. But I thought people were asking me in general, because this is what happened to me with Derrick Jackson. I had a big Derrick Jackson video, and people were like, oh, well, you know, how do gag orders work? Because people were saying that Derrick Jackson gave Tasha K a gag order, right? Or one of the witnesses a gag order. So I just got on there and started talking about gag orders, because I'm an attorney and I know about them. So people came to me and they were like, oh, okay, now lead attorney, how do plea deals work? So my #1 video on the whole damn channel is me talking about, oh, well, maybe Charlemagne got his plea deal like this. Maybe he got his plea deal like that. This is how plea deals work in general, when there was a very specific way that he got it, right? So I was really just my video really wasn't on topic, but because Kwame Brown was hitting Charlemagne so hard, my video got swept up in it. My video got swept up in it, and that's my #1 viewed video. Not because of the content, but because of who it was about and the timing. So much of this, guys, too, is about timing.
Yes.
Right? So it's super interesting, and you are exactly right, Caddy B. Also a video I did, Caddy B, I did a video on Cardi B and Tasha K. Right? Their video. Oh, a judge had just ruled on their case.
Mm-hmm.
And I was about to go into the office, and I saw the news hit, and I said, I'm not going to go into the office. I'm going to do a video on this. I did a video on that the day that it hit, and the video has like 140,000 views. Ooh. If I did that same video right now, it would get 20,000 views, because it's late now. So not only do you need to ride the wave on something big, you need to get it when it's hot, right? You need to get it in the moment. You're almost like TMZ trying to, beat people out with the news, right? If you're going to do this gossip and mainstream pop culture stuff. So you're exactly right, Caddy B. Exactly right. Who do you look up to, like in your niche, in your sphere? Who do you kind of want to emulate?
Emulate's a strong word.
Emulate's not a bad word. It's not imitate. Imitate is just copying. That is what the Kosher Clinic did to my thumbnail. He just copied it, right? So not copying is bad, but emulate is just, take a lot from them, be influenced, kind of learn from them. Who, like, for example, maybe in my sphere, I'm doing these live streams. I don't do videos anymore. I just do live streams. Who's the best live streamer in this sector? Kevin Samuels. Would I love to learn some tips from him and emulate, some of the stuff that he has going on? I mean, the proof is in the pudding, right? So whose channel do you kind of look up? Or Jessica X. Jessica X also has a live stream. I love the way she handles her live streams. So who in your sector do you like? Do you think is really good?
I love Lovely T. Have you heard of her?
I've never heard of Lovely T. Shout out to Lovely T.
Yes, I absolutely love her. And she actually gets to the truth of the gossip. And she's like behind the scenes cool with a lot of the celebrities too. So.
Gotcha. Let me give a big shout out to my #1 moderator of all time. Shout out to Gail Lockett. What does Gail say? Hey, Lita 30 in the chat. Oh, she's right here with me. She's here with me. She's here with Kevin Samuel. She's here with AMS. She's here with Tasha K. Tasha K is down here in Atlanta. She's here. Roberto Blake's in Atlanta. Shout out to Tommy Sotomayor. Tommy Sotomayor is in Atlanta. Star Report's in Atlanta. Larry Reed. Shout out to Larry Reed Live. He's in Atlanta. Guys, if you want to be a YouTuber, come to Atlanta. We are all here. All of Black YouTube is down here in Atlanta, right? So Gail, my #1 moderator, is down here too. She says she's just swinging by, but she has to go shortly. Shout out to Gail. Yeah, so I haven't heard. Let me get this one too. We got the Quiet Girl in a Loud World. So this is my first super chat ever. Oh, fantastic. Fantastic. Thank you so much for blessing me to be your first super chat ever. I really appreciate your support. Quiet Girl in a Loud World. She says, I've been binging your channel for about a week. I love the intelligent dialogue. Keep it up. Yes, that is really one of the best things that I like about this channel too. The community, right? People talk about making 8-minute videos, 10-minute videos. If I was just making 10-minute videos, this comment wouldn't make any sense. This comment only makes sense in terms of a live stream, because that's where you have the dialogue, right? That's why I don't think I'm ever going back to videos, guys. And the people who make the most money on YouTube make videos. They don't do live streaming. But in terms of the community, that's where I find the joy in it, right? And I get comments like this, and it warms my heart so much. So thank you so much, Quiet Girl in a Loud World. I love that name too. I love that name. So I'm sorry, Cardi B. Sorry about that.
No problem.
Sorry about that, Cardi B. Did I cut you off or anything?
No.
Okay. Did you want to give any closing remarks or anything else like that? Do you have anything else to add on?
Just that I love your channel. I found you about 3 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't always watch straight through the 8 hours, but I do always come back and finish them.
Perfect. Well, listen, thank you so much. Yeah, 8 hours. I couldn't do it either. People ask me if I watch Kevin Samuel. Shout out to Kevin.
He goes long too.
I can't do 3 hours, but what I do, I don't know if Kevin Samuels does this, but I love you guys. So what I do, and it takes me sometimes 2 hours, I go back and I make chapters for you guys. So you don't have to watch the whole thing. You can just watch my videos in chapters, right? It took me 2 hours to do the chapters for my last live stream, the 8-hour live stream I did. So guys, please use those chapters because it takes me a long time to put them in there. Because I have to rewatch the whole 8 hours, so I fast forward through it some, but to get the parts right. So thank you so much, Cardi B. Let me pull your name up, and I think Tim already dropped the link to your chat to your channel. So shout out to Cardi B. Thank you so much for coming up. Really appreciate it. All right, fantastic. Let's go here to the Seattle Black Veteran. Seattle Black Veteran in the house. I think you were on a couple of weeks ago, right? You were moving. So now you're in your new studio. Is that what we're looking at here? I think I might have you muted. Oh, it says you muted yourself. Can you unmute?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Your sound is terrible.
Really? Let me turn it down here. Can you hear me a little better?
No, am I the only one who hears it terrible, or do other people think it's? There's a lot of. It sounds like your gain is up, or there's a lot of background noise.
Let's kill that then. Hold on. Can you hear me a little better? Is it terrible still?
It is terrible.
Well, no, I don't have nothing running in the background.
I'll come back to you. If people thought it was terrible, yeah, K Love said it was awful. So I didn't want to subject the family to that anymore. So I'm gonna come back to you. Everybody's. Oh, do you have a fan on? Maybe Mr. Stewart nailed it. Do you have a fan on? Because it sounded. Susan said. Susan's tribe said it sounded like you're on the moon. Shout out to Susan's tribe. All right, let's go to Keish. Let's go to is it Kenshin or Kenshawn? Can you hear me?
Yes, Kenshawn.
Kenshawn. Okay, thank you. Let me pull your let me pull. All right, Kenshawn, holistic health coach. Shout out to Kenshawn. Tell us a little bit about your YouTube channel.
Well, my YouTube channel is right now a mess because I listened to you and I listened to the last live stream you had about tips. That's why I love you, and I love the information that you bring out because for one, I know I'm crap. From what you just explained, so I have a lot of 6-minute videos on my channel, and what it really is just a lot of content, my reactions, or my contribution to a live stream. That's really what it is. But what I do is I am a holistic health coach, and what I'm trying to learn is a digital product. So this is kind of a different way of having a channel, a digital product, in that I make a list of 5 things that people would like, and then I make a list of 5 things that you should have known, and then I put that in a PowerPoint and basically sell a digital product. So I haven't mastered that yet. But if you want to sell a product as opposed to make reaction channels or go live, I'm different. So my service is basically to help people to get a healthy immune system in the 4 quadrants of the body, that being the bone, soft tissue, digestive, and blood sugar levels. So that's my profession. And so I'm learning now that I need to listen to you. I need to open a new channel just to do that instead of what I'm doing now.
Yes, do not don't make the mistake that so many people did. I didn't make this mistake, but because I couldn't even make enough content to make this mistake. But a lot of people have a variety channel where they talk about a lot of different things, and YouTube just punishes you for it. Absolutely punishes you for it. We got is Rush Ribbon coming back into the fold? You know, she was so bad at us. We blew up her channel. I'm sorry, Rush Ribbon, to blow up your stream. The Seattle Black Veteran, your sound is just 100% awful.
It's still awful?
It sounds terrible.
Okay, I'll get you in the next stream.
Okay, no problem. I know whenever you move and you set up your studio and you change your settings, it's a work. It is absolutely a work in progress. So yeah, I'm sorry about that, Ken John. So what are you going to focus on now? Do you think you're going to focus more on the digital product side or more on creating content, or what do you think?
I think I'm going to keep the digital product on my current channel, and then I'm just going to buy the book. I'm going to, of course, listen to you when you give more tips, and I'm going to just open up a channel for stream. My thumbnail, a good, nice thumbnail, and stream. And I think that way,
I think that's perfect. You know, I'm not trying to sell everybody on streaming, because Lord knows I struggle stream every day, right? So I don't want to. I'm not the perfect streamer. You need to go to somebody like a Jessica X, somebody like a Kevin Samuels, and even Kevin Samuels. You know, that whole guy with the bed and stuff like that. There's always going to be like little mishaps and things like that. You know, Jessica X, she got a new microphone and it sounded like you were inside of her mouth, like all of the clicking, and anytime she said a word, I know the ASMR people were getting off on it, but it was hard to listen to, right? So whatever, and I think she's toned it down now. I mean, streaming is just, you're going live. You're absolutely going live. So it's a little bit hard, and I certainly don't have it all figured out. But I think that's a great way to go, Kenshawn. And you can talk to your people. That's the beautiful thing about live streaming.
Yes. I appreciate the time. I'll let someone else come up, and you guys continue to do good work, man. And I will always be every time you go, especially on these tips, and of course when you bring the professional law side to the aspect to the situation, I always tune in for that as well. So thank you once again. I'll drop the channel in the chat.
Oh, thank you. That'll be fantastic. Thank you so much. All right. Had Kenshawn in the house. Oh, listen, Rush and Frank, now they all buddying up. Man, I got a lot of things to say about Frank. Shout out to Frank, talking about somebody who needs to start a YouTube channel. Yeah, we blew Rush's stream up yesterday. She got bad. Frank was trying to help her out. Oh God. Frank's simping over there. I'm just glad to serve. Frank over there simping to Rush. I'm just teasing Frank. They call me a simp every day. They call me a simp every single day. So I'm just teasing. Shout out to Frank. Everybody loves Frank. And this is another thing too this is an epiphany that I had. I was trying to tell people what they should be interested in. I've got 20 years of experience in certain things. So I was like, I'm going to make a video about these certain things and you guys are going to listen. Guess what? No one listened. But when I stopped and let the market tell me what they wanted to hear, and then I give the market now it's all working, right? So when the market is calling you, that's where you should be going, and just try to inject your little self in where you can, but go with the market. The market is calling for Frank. The market is calling for Frank. If you don't start a YouTube channel, you're really missing out because people want to hear what you have to say. Let's come on, Joe. Let me pull up Joe. Let's get my man. It's such a hardcore name. Professor Black Ops. Such a hardcore name. Shout out to you. How are you doing this evening?
I'm doing all right. Am I coming in clear?
Yes, loud and clear. Shout out to Seattle Black Veteran, boy. That sound was killing us.
Oh, yeah. He sounded like he was on the jet.
Yeah. So do you have a YouTube channel?
I do. I've had it for about a year. I started in 2018 and my mom passed away. So I took a little break. I roll it with Keep It Techie. You had him on. I'm one of the tech bros. That's what I call myself.
Oh, okay. Excellent. So you guys know all about these computers and all that, right? Shout out.
I specialize on cybersecurity. So that's what I bring to the table. I'm old. I'm 53. So I've been in IT for 35 years and I've been doing cybersecurity for 15 years. With all the hacks and stuff, I thought I would come on YouTube and talk about that. But kind of like you, I figured out the stuff I like, my subscribers didn't like. So I kind of let them lead me down the way. So I'm morphing into it. So I'm learning like you. And shout out, I follow Roberto Blake. I always call myself Roberto Blake. So one of the things he gave, I thought was a great tidbit. Excellent was, your first 100 videos gonna suck. Just make them. Don't overthink them. Don't be like the lead attorney, be trying to edit them for 8 hours. So I just got on the mic, recorded them, dropped them in Adobe Premiere because I got some homies that kind of did a lot of editing and just put them up there. So that's kind of what I did with it. Just
that is perfect. Yes, you're exactly right. That blew my mind when I watched that video 20 times. Yeah, I don't really watch. I don't. There's so much video. There's so many videos on YouTube, guys. It's hard to watch one video multiple times, but it was so profound to me. Where Roberto Blake has a video talking about you need to make 100 crappy videos before you start looking at your subscribers and your views and all that. Right?
So
go ahead.
That's what I went to. And two is he's got that $100 starter kit. I blocked that helped immensely with my thumbnails when I was doing mine in PowerPoint. He's got this $100 thing, and I think he gives you it's a lot of thumbnails. I want to say like 60 or 70, and you can just edit them
Oh, really?
Yeah, so then I uploaded them and I started looking, I was like, oh yeah, I could tell Roberto's a professional and my shit was crack. So yeah, he's got a starter
Wow.
kit. So look him up. It's like $100, best $100 of stuff. He gives you channel art, which I haven't used, and he gives you how to do affiliate marketing. He's got like 10 modules for this $100, man. That's the best $100 I spent from Roberto Blake. Shout out to him.
Shout out, man. You are really giving us game. I'm gonna go check that brother out. It's always, it's always great to support our own. And
Oh, yeah.
I think he is the biggest Black YouTuber who makes content specifically for other YouTubers.
I think so too, because he's up there with PewDiePie. I think he just got the silver play button for it.
Well, hold on now. I don't know if he's up there with PewDiePie.
No. He rolls with him now. He's not up there. He rolls with those guys because he goes. YouTube gives conferences, and he's up on the stage with those guys.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant in terms of subscriber numbers. I was like,
he's only got a half a million. Only a half. I only got 500. So.
Hey, I feel you. I'm the same way. So shout out to Roberto Blake, man.
Yeah, facts.
That video, it's easily one of the top 3 videos on all of YouTube about that new YouTubers need to see.
Oh, I agree. Like I said, and when I grabbed this little starter kit, that was just eye-opening because I was kind of like you. I thought I was overanalyzing, doing too much work. And once I heard him say that, I'm like, well, let me get started on these crappy videos. Just don't let me overwork it. Then yes. Two is like you say, each 3 months I try to add something. So I actually just started live streaming like the last couple of months. And like she said, that's gonna help you on that 4,000 hours because I was struggling with the 4,000 hours at first. So
yes, I was too. Absolutely. So let me ask you, because you're so technically inclined, but the vast majority of us are not. So maybe you started your YouTube channel and you wanted to talk about your expertise and what you think, but then we don't know anything about it, so we're not that interested. Where do you see your channel morphing into now? What do you think you're going to be talking about in the future?
Okay, so what you and the young lady, Cardi B, what was her name? I kind of did that. I went cybersecurity, but OnlyFans got hacked. So I talked about how the OnlyFans get hacked. How can you download those pictures? So my homies like, how can we look at the pictures? So I did that in the Colonial Pipeline. It just got hacked. So I started doing news for ordinary people for cybersecurity.
This is beautiful, guys. Do you see this man? He could talk to us to death about, how to protect yourself and your bank accounts. He's going to get 7 views. But if this man,
go ahead.
That right? That's what I'm saying. But if this man tells us how to get these free OnlyFans pictures, come on, man. This is how you integrate what the market wants with what you can add. This is the perfect example.
Right. So what I did is I broke it up as cybersecurity with like 3 sections. One is cybersecurity for regular people. Then like Keep It Techie said, we trying to teach young Black men how to get in technology and make 6 figures so you can be a high value man. You can do that with certs without going to college. So I have I did a live stream for Security Plus certification. Just trying to teach young guys how to get into that and make money, become that high value man like Kevin Samuelson. So you can get the nice suit on. So that's kind of
perfect.
The 3 tiers of my channel. So that's kind of how I broke it down. Because like you said, I did this thing because I do federal compliance. Funny thing is I'm in rooms with lawyers talking about compliance, legislation, HIPAA, the gray area of when you get hacked, when you got to get reports. So I hang out with lawyers all the time, but my audience didn't want to hear that. So I had to morph into something else. So
yeah, I got on here talking about, if you want to reduce your child support, and they were like, shut up, nigga. Talk to us about Cardi B, right?
Right. The weird thing is, too, is I get a lot of, I want to say emotional, but young Black guys talking about, I'm in this job and I got a syndrome. I don't know if I belong. So I talk about, you got the skills. Let's show them off. Don't have imposter syndrome. You study. You got these certs. You belong there. The Most High made you there. Let's get this bag. Let's get this money, man. I tell them I'm old. I only got 10 years left, man. I'm trying to slide into retirement, man.
Yeah.
I'm about 54. I got 10. I'm trying to drop a little game off. Be like the lead attorney. I ain't trying to make 10 a month. I'm just trying to get a little dinner money, man.
That's exactly right. Somebody let me go to Outback or something, right? Shout out to Chili's.
I'm trying to get a little Kobe beef, though. A little higher than that, though. But
Kobe, okay.
I'm trying to get a little bit, but that's about it. I don't want to hold up the chat. And like I said, shout out to Roberto Blake. You're doing a great job. Like I said, I'm coming here to help the young guys. I support Keep It Techie, Tech G, Kenny Conjo, Alpha Cyber. So I try to be the OG to those guys. So if they need me to jump on their channel, they want to break something down, or they need to interview me. So I'm just trying to help young guys, Black people, all people get this cybersecurity money, because there's 500,000 open cybersecurity jobs with all the hacking, Russia, China. And most of those jobs are actually 6 figures. So I said, let's come get them, man. So that's why I came to YouTube.
That is fantastic. Fantastic. Well, thank you so much, Professor Black Ops. You are the man. You are the man. Really appreciate you swinging by to give us this knowledge. All right.
Professor Black Ops, cybersecurity for the people. Come check my channel out. I really appreciate it. Thanks, lead attorney.
Bam, no problem. No problem. I love it. I love it. All right. We've been on 2 hours. I'm just gonna say that I'm gonna link this with the part 1 and say we've been on for like 5 or 6 hours, right? So if no one has anything else, I'm gonna drop the link one more time. But no one's in the back, so maybe we're getting tired, right? Maybe we're getting tired. But let me go to Over the Top WME. Shout out to Over the Top. How are you doing this evening?
Hi, I'm good. I'm good. I just actually finished my live stream.
Oh, excellent. What was your live stream about?
Yeah. I actually into K Business Podcast came on there. So we chopped it up about Dr. Dre. We talked about Trump and Obama having a meeting together. And we also talked about Nas putting his daughter on his record so she could be able to get royalties. So I kind of had a lot of different topics. We just kind of gave our opinions on it,
Interesting. Yeah, that works too. I see. I think Tasha K does that. She'll talk about 10 different celebrities and get a lot of views doing that. So that's a great way to hold a stream like that, right?
Right.
How long have you been on YouTube?
I've been on YouTube. It's on and off. But altogether where I really started going in was maybe May. So since May,
of this year.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So it's definitely been a struggle, but I've been on and off. Because I actually was trying to do my business because I like to make stuff. So I was trying to take classes on that and doing my business and building that up. But then I said, I can't make my product without having an audience. So I had to stop doing that. And I was like, you know what, let me go back to YouTube, build up YouTube, make money off YouTube. Then I could go ahead and do my products.
Awesome.
But
Fantastic.
yeah, it's definitely a struggle.
Yes, it is. Talk to us a little bit. What's your channel about again now? I mean, just in general.
In general, it's about having a business mindset in order to leave a legacy. So I try to take just like what you try to do, like go on different trending stuff, but break it down in a practical way of how they could have went about it if they weren't being emotional about it, or come from an aspect of because I've had my own business. I've opened up 2 businesses before in my lifetime. So I have that knowledge of how to run a business and stuff like that and open up a business. So I try to infuse that in just life lessons, because that's helped me to look at different life lessons, from a business point of view without being emotional about it. So I just talk about different topics in that way. Right now I've done like a series on marriage and stuff like that. And on my live stream, I try to interview people that has value that brings to the table, especially they don't have to be entrepreneurs. Like you said, you saw the one with El Guapo. And so I try to give value in the sense of how people get to one point in their life, but still go through struggles, right? How do they how do they accomplish that? So I want to really, really highlight that, because we're so much in like a victim mode, like, oh, poor me because of my background, or oh, poor me because this happened to me. You know, I try to like, okay, that happened. Let's just get your emotions out of it and let's just get to work.
Facts. You are exactly right. You're exactly right. And so do you see, do you foresee any big changes in your channel going forward? Do you think you're going to stick with the live streams, or do you think you're going to start doing videos, or are there any questions that you have or any tips you want to give the new YouTubers?
Yes. So I did come on here to give some tips, because actually starting off, probably 2 years ago when I started off making videos, not live streaming. And making videos and live streaming is like totally different, as you know.
Yes.
And not even talking head videos. I was making actual videos where I was moving and
my God,
moving around in the house, or doing demonstration and stuff like. So that's on a different level than a talking head video, right?
Yes,
so I started out that way, and I was like, this is a lot of work. It will take me, I mean, it took me forever. So that was one reason why I didn't move as fast along with other stuff. So I did videos like that. Then I started doing talking head videos, but I was talking about my past as being an entrepreneur, the lessons I learned and stuff like that. That didn't go nowhere. Just the same way how you're like, you have all this knowledge you want to share. They don't want to hear that.
They don't want to hear it. You're right.
So then I had to jump on the bandwagon, like you said, of different hot topics, but put my spin on it, as far as, you know, how I would view it, you know, not the same thing like you're doing, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So that a few of my videos I did started popping off. I did a few from Kevin Samuels, and it just started going. So I was like, okay, I have something here, you know. So my tips, I would say, is what I've learned also in helping me is, if you're really trying to invest in this, I know not everybody has a lot of money they want to put towards it, but it's an investment. If you are not trying to do live stream, if you're doing maybe either talking head videos or videos that you're actually, you know, moving it around and stuff like that, like I did, hiring a video editor helped me a lot.
Really?
Yes. And I know it costs a lot of money initially. Now, my tip is, and the video editor company that I use, it's a company. My tip is, don't go with that one video editor person. Go with an actual company, to where if one person cannot help you out, they could pass it on to someone else. And that's a lesson that I learned in doing business. It's better for you to go with a big company, so you don't have to worry about if something happens, your work could still go on. And the company is called VidChops. They cost $325 for 4 videos a month. So
$325 for 4 videos a month?
Yes.
How much is that per video?
That's 4 videos a month. 4.
How much is that? What is that number divided by 4? I can't do math. It's almost, it's like $85 a video, like, or something?
Yeah, $75 or $85. Yes.
Per video.
And when I was trying to research that to get someone to, I went on Fiverr trying to hire someone to do it for me. The price is just astronomical. Now, I do not advise for you to get a video editor for if you're doing live stream or even a talking head video. The only way I would say for you to get a video editor, what helped me is I was able to batch a lot of my content at once, just send it off. While they're working on that, I had enough time to start researching and hopping on trending topics. So I was freed up a lot of my time. And once they get it back to me, and it takes 48 hours. So once they get it back to me, it just add more content to my channel. So what gets you more?
Let me ask you, did they use any B-roll or anything like that?
Yes.
Where did they get the B-roll from?
Yes. So how they're set up is they have contracts with different companies that has like your B-roll, that has photos, and videos and music, royalty free. They have contracts with those lots of different companies. So you get B-roll, you get royalty free music, you get you get a lot of graphics. So everything is really, like I said, if it's like a talking head video, or even if you're, doing a lot of stuff in your videos, it really freed me up. And I just used it for a few months so I could be able to have time to do more research on more videos. And as you know, like you said, whenever something is trending, you got to hop on it, right?
Yeah.
If I was tying up my time editing, I wouldn't have had time to hop on, certain trending stuff.
I think that's perfect. Yeah, no. Shout out to, let me just give a quick shout out to ROJ. ROJ, yes, please drop your link. Please drop your, can you, what did they say though? You can't do links. So I have to do your link. So maybe
you talking to me? I'm sorry.
No, I was talking to ROJ. I'm sorry about that. I forgot. Somebody told me that if you're not a moderator, you can't put a link in the chat. I didn't know that. So let me put.
No, you can't. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, you can't. Okay.
Right. That's what someone told me. And ROJ, listen, I don't see your link on you email me your link, but I don't see it. So please send me your link and I'll put it in there. I'll put it in the chat. All right. Trash Can Waves is on it. Trash Can Waves said they've been dropping her link. Fantastic. Thank you. Trash Can Waves, man, I got the best moderators on YouTube. Well, this is very interesting because I really thought a lot about trying to get a editor, especially when I was going through all of my BS, but I didn't think about it until I had already transitioned into doing the live streams. Now, with live streams, I don't need an editor, but I think that's a fantastic solution that you have.
I got one for you about the live stream, and this I just bucked up on it, but it's called Lately, and I know you mentioned that you go back in your live stream and do chapters. So what Lately does, it takes your live stream and it's an AI, so it reads your entire live stream and it comes up with it chops your videos up, and within I think like 2 minutes or 2 to 10 minutes, and it chops your live stream up into small videos, and you can make it as long as you want or as small as you want. It comes out even with a title. Wow. You could even do your own thumbnail to that, but for live stream, that would be the next step I would do, because right now I do chop up my live stream into smaller videos, so that helps.
So let me see. So what do you do? So let's say you do a live stream and then you end the live stream. Do you take it down or do you leave it up?
No, I don't take it down. I download it to my computer and I put it into my editor. I use iMovie sometimes, or I use my other big one, not Photoshop, but there's another big one I forgot.
DaVinci or Adobe?
Don't
worry about it. Okay, so then you leave it up. You take it, you download it, you put it into your system, it chops it up, and then you upload individual clips of that same live stream?
I do, yes, I do that. But moving forward, to save me time, once I get a little bigger, I would outsource it to a company. It's called Lately. They're pretty new. I don't know of anyone who else does it, but if you use StreamYard has interviewed them, so they do have StreamYard has, I guess, like affiliate link with them. But yeah, so when they chop,
I didn't know StreamYard had an affiliate link with them.
See, I just right now I actually do. Are you familiar with Video Creators? They're a YouTube platform that also do classes on YouTube.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
So
like that. Mm-hmm.
they have lots of gems in there and stuff like that. So that's another way how I found out about it. But with Lately, what they also do is chop up your videos, not only for YouTube, but they chop it up for different social medias, Pinterest, Facebook, um, Instagram. So you know how you said you're not too big on Instagram or anything like that, but that's a way how you could get your stuff out there. And like I said, it's an AI. It reads your entire video, and it'll take out like really interesting points in there that they think the viewer would like.
Interesting. I'm listen, you guys are putting me on game. Shout out to Rebuilding Black Wall Street. Shout out to Over the Top, man. I'm about to check this Lately out. And guys, if you're struggling like me with the editing, you should absolutely look at, what did you say the name of the video editor was too?
It's called VidChops. VidChops. VidChops.
I'm definitely gonna have to check out Lately. You said Lately, right?
Lately, yes. I would say I'll probably send you the link to it, because once you type it into Google, something else comes up. So I'll try to send you the link. So the other thing I learned was network outside of YouTube. Network outside of YouTube, different social media platforms. That's how I kind of got some of my guests. I just started, but that's how I kind of got some of my guests on my channel.
Listen, Over the Top is giving us such great information. I hope you're writing it down, because I'm deleting this damn video once it's done. I can't leave the beginning of this video on. But I hope you are writing this stuff down, because she is giving so much information. Keep going. I'm sorry, but I wanted people to let them know, man, you got to be on game, because the knowledge that you're dropping is so important. What were you saying again? Mm-hmm.
No problem. And to be honest, I'm so new, so I'm learning as I go. But yeah, this was helping me out. The other thing is, let's see. Yeah, network in other communities like Facebook, Instagram, you name it, even Pinterest, network. And that's the way you could, you know how you talk about collaborating?
Mm-hmm.
You could find different people, even though they don't have a YouTube channel, does not mean you guys cannot collaborate together, because that person might be on Instagram and they might fit what you're talking about. So now you're getting an audience from Instagram over to you, and vice versa. You guys are helping each other out. So that helped me. And
this is such great information.
The other thing is batch your content. Now, for me, what I do is I mix it up. Sometimes I'll do voiceovers, and when I do voiceovers, I'll just sit down. I'll come up with 3 or 4 video topics that I want to do, and I will just go ahead and take my phone, and I will just start talking. And that's 3 or 4 videos that I've just batched, right? After I'm finished that, I'll go and all I'll do is just go and start getting pictures and screenshotting pictures that goes with the video, put it in with the voiceover, and you have a video right there. So if you are not wanting to, because not everybody live stream, right? Or not everyone, which you should, you definitely should, because it does interact with your audience, and I love it. But how my life is set up with 2 kids,
right,
and how my husband works so much, I can't live stream anytime I want to. So facts. You know, just being able to batch the content, or sometimes I don't feel like getting on camera and, you know, getting all dolled up. So that's why voiceovers are so important. Voiceovers.
I love it. I've never done a voiceover, but again, I don't do the, you know, my man Joe's got the whole charts. Joe started it off with having everything written down. He's so organized. He doesn't look like he's very organized. He is super organized. Shout out Wall Street Trapper. Right. So, man, you are just giving us the game. You are absolutely, what is Dexter to Jamaica? This is free game. You're absolutely right.
No problem.
Absolutely right. And you haven't been on YouTube that long. You know so much. This is what I'm saying, guys. Like, shout out to you. Shout out to Rebuilding Black Wall Street. You guys know so much, so advanced, and really time-saving and efficiency tips and tricks that can just help us out so much, so
Yep.
much. So thank
And
you. Go, keep going.
yeah, I think that's about it. I learned something from you. Of course, hiring someone to do your thumbnail, I did have another company that I was going to go with, but I think your prices was much better.
Mhm.
The company I was going to go with, it's like 4 thumbnails for $100.
Jeez.
Yeah, but I look at everything as an investment, just like I did with my video editor. I learned what they were doing so I could do it myself, right? Just to get an idea, right? And just to get the ball rolling. So if I did go with that company to hire to do my thumbnail, I could learn from an expert, like, okay, this is what
Exactly.
works, and then just recreate it. That's $100 investment.
Yes.
You know, so
And let me say this too. This isn't a shot at Rebuilding Black Wall Street, because his thumbnails look so great. He actually sent me the people who make the thumbnails. I was gonna get in contact with him, but I never did. I haven't. But a few days ago, I saw a video of his, so I clicked on the video and it wasn't his. Even though the thumbnail, the style of the thumbnail, it looked exactly like, because the same group made it. So I was like, oh, okay. So the branding was super off because it looked exactly like his thumbnail, but it wasn't. It wasn't his channel at all. So people can get confused.
Right.
Shout out to the kosher clinician who stole my thumbnail trying to confuse people, right? So that was the only bad thing about that. But I think
when you do go with a bigger company, that's why I said in hiring out, try to look for a bigger company. It might seem like a lot of money at first, but that's what comes with it. They do analyze what you want and make it your own. So something like that does not happen.
Gotcha.
So, yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much it. What I have. I mean, I actually kind of was inspired by you when you started going live stream, and I saw your live stream. I was like, oh, you could just sit there and just talk about stuff.
Exactly. I'm sitting here posted. Just posted talking to you guys. It's so much easier.
I know.
It's so much easier. Yes. What does Rush say? Rush wants the name of the company. What company, Rush? Was it the last company you were talking about?
Is it the video editing company?
What was the last we were talking about? I don't know.
The thumbnail?
I don't know what company, you know, Rush.
I don't know. I could email you everything and you could do what you want with it.
Oh, that'd be great. And shout out to Frank. Frank said he just subscribed to your channel.
Thank you. Thank you, Frank. I've actually gotten a lot of subscribers from you.
From Frank?
No, from you, from your channel.
Okay. Oh, okay. Perfect. Well, that's awesome. I love it, guys. When we support each other, man, it's so beautiful.
And you know, I haven't seen someone maybe, and I haven't seen someone like you to where you're so welcoming of everyone. Listen, it's here, get it, you know, and everyone is supportive. So continue to do that. I appreciate it so much.
Thank you. Yeah, somebody in the chat forgot. There's so many people. It was, I think it was a woman who's like, yeah, you know, the lead attorney is introverted and super polite. And I was like, yes, I will take that compliment. I will absolutely take it because that is exactly right. That is exactly right. No matter what Rush thinks, I am super polite.
Speaking of introvert, off the topic just a little, how did you, and I think this needs to be taught, but how did you hold your composure yesterday when, I'm not going to name who, but certain guests, the day before yesterday, your other live stream, certain guests were just, I don't know, somewhat disrespectful, or not even disrespectful, but the first girl, I don't know her name, and then the second lady, I liked her, Jenny from the blog. I liked her,
Yes.
but I could see she was a little. I don't know. How do you do it and holding your composure in that way? Can you teach us?
Yeah. Listen, I see a big difference between those two. Like, I thought Jenny from the block was awesome. I
Yes.
thought she was absolutely awesome. The unpopular chick. Yeah, unpopular. The one thing is, guys, I'm an attorney and I cross-examine people all the time. So I'm used to people pushing back. It's not a problem, right? It's not a problem. And I'm not sure if that's something that can be taught so easily, right?
Okay.
But yeah, she was. I was willing to go with her too. She logged herself out, guys. I don't want people thinking that I'm just kicking people off, right? She kicked herself off. Then she asked to come back, and I'm like, come on, good. This isn't a show. We got 750 people watching, right? But no, she's easy to handle. I go up against some beasts, guys. I go up against attorneys who are good. They're really good. So, some little 20-year-old or however old she is, it's not a problem. But I will say this though, with Jenny, I love Jenny on the block with Jen. And here's what I noticed too. I had El Guapo on, and El Guapo was able to shine on my show because my particular show, because there was another person who he was kind of going back. I think there was a woman that he was kind of bouncing off of, right? And shout out to the kosher clinician. The kosher clinician, he was able to shine because he was able to bounce off of Jen. And so this is some of the stuff you learn too. This is kind of a little bit advanced, but if you're trying to hold a show, if I'm doing a collab and it's just me and the kosher clinician, maybe nothing happens. Maybe it's boring because I'm not going to give him what he needs to bounce off of. Right? Conflict is too strong of a word, but it's the perfect word because you kind of need a little conflict to really get people going and to see what people are saying. Right. If the kosher clinician is on here and everything he says I agree with, it's not going to be that exciting. Right. For example, I'm going to have Rush on, and Rush doesn't want any heat. She just wants me to agree with her, and so it's going to be boring. But we're going to do it because I want to support her channel. But it's going to be a boring video, right? Because she doesn't want any heat. But so if you're doing a live stream, you can have people who are a little bit too hype. You can have yourself a Joe, and he just go crazy on you, right? Shout out to Joe.
No, you need a Joe. You need a Joe.
Yeah. This is the perfect word right here. If you want to really take it, what is SPW's? What is SPW? Nola said you need a little friction, right? You need a little friction. Friction makes it good, right? Right. And so I thought Jenny provided the perfect friction because Jenny had her own thoughts. Right. But at the same time, I thought she was being super, super respectful. I've had people on the show who are not respectful. So I don't mind if you push back at all. Right. Frank is probably the ultimate in this. Frank pushes back so smoothly, it doesn't even seem like it's a pushback. I see it. I see what he's doing, but it's so smooth. But that's why people love Frank, and that's why I love when Frank is on too, because he gives me something to push off of. Right. And he teaches me some stuff, he gives me a different perspective. Now, I saw a whole video that someone made about Frank. Someone made a whole Frank, you might as well be a YouTuber because now people are making response videos to you. I watched a whole video, a 3-hour stream that someone made about Frank's portion on my live stream. But they would not have made that if Frank would have been like, "Oh, the lead attorney, you're so right. Oh, the lead attorney, everything you're saying is right." I like when people come and agree with me. That's cool, but it doesn't give great content, right? Right. And so with the youngster, I don't know how old she is. The first thing that she said when she came on was she started talking about her age and how old that she sounded, right? So I was like, "Oh, I don't know where this is going." But I'm willing to talk to people who are aggressive with me as long as it's a little respectful, a little bit. And I thought she's been a little respectful. It was pointed, but I started asking her some questions at the end, and she started to, a little freak out, and then she quit on me. But I don't even mind that. So I don't mind conflict, even though I'm introverted. I still try to be nice. I still try to be respectful. I will admit that maybe the last live stream I had was the live stream I really wasn't myself. I think I was a little bit too hyped up. I don't know. Maybe it was her. Maybe it was just I was tired. I don't know what it was.
It was
All
Mexico.
your lives. I was in Mexico. I was out of my routine, right? I was out of my routine. All of your lives, if you have 20 live streams, guys, not all of them are going to be good, right? But so that one was on me. I was snapping at folks a little bit. I was a little snappy. But even though I was snappy, I allowed her to be on the stream for, she was on here for over half an hour.
Yes, you were very courteous.
Yes.
And it was your show. So that's why I feel like just as a YouTuber or even someone who deals with other people being in business, it is an art in knowing how to be courteous to other people and cordial. So that's why I was just saying how do you do that? But like you said, it's nothing could be taught, but I think it's an art, and you might not give yourself enough pat on the back for it, but I think it's an art, and it's a really good art that we as YouTubers should learn.
Yes. I think we could have a lot more conversation if we were able to speak, if we were able to disagree, but then speak at the same time. And I think the number one person, the master at this, is Frank, because Frank really doesn't agree with anything I say, but he does it in such a smooth way, that alpha man way that you wouldn't even know. But I see it, but he doesn't agree with much of anything I say. But we're able to talk about stuff so much. So I think you're exactly right.
So I have one last tip. I'm sorry, Joe. I'm gonna let you come in.
No, Joe's chilling.
One last tip I forgot was I also use this I guess you could say it's a program, but it's called TubeBuddy. I don't know if you talked about that before.
I didn't. I use TubeBuddy all the time.
It's called TubeBuddy, and you also have vidIQ. They practically work the same, but I started using TubeBuddy for a long time and I stuck with it. So with TubeBuddy, what it helps it when you're a new YouTuber, not only you do have to get on trending topics, yes, but you also have to make searchable content, meaning in your for you yourself, like this particular stream, you were able to put whatever you feel you wanted to reach your audience because you had an audience. However, if you were trying to reach the other audience that want to learn about YouTube, you had to put certain particular words in there that audience is looking for. So what TubeBuddy does, they help you find those searchable words to help build your title. So that's a whole class in itself. But up to this day, even if you're using hot trending topics, still use TubeBuddy to help with your title. And when you're making your thumbnail shouldn't say the exact same thing as your title. It should just be something just like it's advertisement, something like, oh wow, what is that, like, oh, I gotta find that out, kind of keep them guessing. And I'm not an expert in this, guys. I'm still learning. If you check my channel out, it's very small, but I'm learning each video I do. I'm learning.
You learning, you teaching us. And all your information has been so great. It has been absolutely so great. Thank you so much. Over the top W.M.E. And I saw you're in these streets too. I saw you a few days ago in a collab with somebody else. Who are you in a collab with? Do you remember?
Well, I just did a collab with K Business Podcast just now.
It wasn't him. It was someone else.
No one else that I could think of. Maybe I don't know.
Did you do
but
a collab with Brother Clarence?
No.
No. I saw you somewhere. I think
maybe they were sharing my video. I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know. But I also did you check the email I sent you about the graphics I sent you?
That's you. Yes, I am so glad. Guys, I get so many emails. I apologize. I wanted to thank you. So thank you so much for mentioning that. If you would have gotten off here and not mentioned that, and I would have went back to my email and checked it, I would have been so pissed off. Guys, listen, Over the Top ME, you know I'm struggling over here, right? I'm struggle streaming. Over the Top ME took the time to make some graphics for my channel, and she emailed them to me, and just guys, the way that she supports me, man, it was so touching, so beautiful. And I just wanted to thank you so much
You're
for
welcome.
doing that and I am incompetent when it comes to anything graphics or anything like that. And I think you did that talking about friction, right? We were talking about friction. I think you did that because I had friction with someone else. Who what was the
Black Beauty.
Oh, Black Beauty. Shout out to Black Beauty.
I saw that it could turn left real quick.
It went a little left. This is the same.
After she got off. After she got off, I saw that it could turn left really quick. So because you're doing something so good, that's why I made those graphics. Once you read it, once you get some time. Did you have time to read it? I don't know.
I did, but I saw that you put them in there. I'm gonna read them. But I really appreciate that because it was Black Beauty. That's what it was. Guys, if you guys missed the stream, I had this woman on, Black Beauty, and the weird thing about it was, I mean, she was cool. The chat was getting her. All right, you guys were getting her, but you guys get me too. You guys get everybody, right? So it's not a thing. Shout out to Trayvon. Y'all got Trayvon so bad, it actually made me feel bad. And Trayvon was like, "Oh, I know y'all are getting me. I don't care." Right? Y'all were actually being mean, right? When Trayvon called it out, it made me feel bad because Trayvon was like, "Yes, I have a speech impediment." And I was like, "Damn, you guys in the chat are fucking ruthless," right? But he comes on every time and drops knowledge. Like, some of us are so strong. Some of us get our feelings hurt, right? But some of us are so strong. Shout out to Trayvon, right? So I thought Black Beauty was the same way because she was on for like 3 hours. And it wasn't until like the very end when she kept reading the chat. Yes. And I guess it was building up because y'all were on her so bad. And I had to kick her off because she was getting so offended. So just for her mental clarity, I said, "Well, listen, I'm just going to let you sit down,
right?
Because I know the chat." And then she emailed me and she was mad and she was talking about, take the video down and I don't give you permission to use when she was on the damn thing for 3 hours. Right. But maybe that was my fault because I didn't know she was getting so worked up until like at the end because she was totally cool. Plus she's got that New York energy. Yeah, it was super weird.
It's not your fault at all. And that's why I made those graphics. If you have time, read it because it's a warning that before you put your guest on, you could just put it up on your screen. So it's just a warning just to say, hey, these views are not my views, or whatever the chat says in there are not of mine. I'm not responsible. If you come up here, it's on your own free will.
Exactly. NW's like, take it down. I ain't taking shit down.
No.
Like, you can't come up here for 3 hours and then try to go down and ruin a stream. Right? No. You came up here for 3. You hit the link. I didn't make you hit the link. You hit it. You came up here. You took your shirt off or your jacket off. You're up here in a bra, rubbing shea butter all over your toes. Right? That's you. No one's telling you to do that. So when the chat comes for you, don't start crying about it 3 hours later. I ain't taking nothing down. I did wonder what YouTube was going to do about it, but I haven't heard from them. And Susan agrees. Susan's like, "Don't take it down." I ain't taking nothing down. Right. So shout out to Susan. I totally agree. And yes, Dexter, that's what Over the Top is saying, that she made some disclaimers for me. Yeah. So I really, really appreciate that. And gosh, because you guys know I need help, man. So when you reach out and just offer help to me, even when I haven't asked for it, it's so touching. So thank you so much, and I'm glad that you've been able to maybe get a little help from me as well. But I think I'm getting way more help from you than vice versa. And the knowledge that you dropped today was just extremely helpful, and it's knowledge that I can't tell everybody, because again, I've only my channel was monetized just in January. So it's not like I've been on here for all this time.
All right, so, you go ahead and take it and put it in your classes, okay?
I will. Thank you so much. And again, everybody go over to Over the Top WME. Thank you. Bye-bye. Man, she's just dropping knowledge. Yeah, listen, don't chat. Don't beat yourself up. Don't beat yourself up for getting on Trayvon, right? Because y'all got, but listen, I love it. People need to know if they come up here, they might get it. And I come up here all the time, and sometimes I get it, right? But you got to be tough. You got to have the toughness. And you know who has it? Trayvon. Trayvon was like, I got a speech impediment. Y'all are getting on me. I don't care. Like, take his character and compare it with damn Black Beauty, who the chat gets on her and then she starts crying about take the damn video down. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, right? So shout out to Black Beauty. No, shout out to Black Beauty. Shout out to Frank. Well, Frank, because people came back. Frank, I'm gonna send you that video, Frank. They were trying to get you a little bit. People in the manosphere are coming at you a little bit. But Frank ain't crying about it. Trayvon ain't crying about it. Lead attorney ain't crying about it. Some of y'all come at me hard in my own comment section. I ain't crying about it at all. So if you're going to be a YouTuber, this is what you're going to have to face. You cannot have sensitive skin. You need to be tough. You absolutely need to be tough. And there are some people with the toughness, but if you don't have the toughness, that's fine. That's not your fault. But don't come on YouTube. All right. Speaking of the toughness, we got the Empire of Jesus Christ World Evangelism. How are you doing?
God bless you, lead attorney. How are you?
I am doing great. I am doing great. How are you doing today?
I am blessed. I just wanted to jump on. I just wanted to jump on and say welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you.
I was praying for you as you were traveling.
I appreciated that. I came back and I was thrown off. I was a little cranky, so I was snapping at folks.
It's okay. That only means you're human. We all go through that.
Well, I appreciate that.
Yes, I've kind of been feeling, I don't know, I'm sure you've been watching everything that's going on in the world. I've kind of been feeling a little like I'm in a communist country a little bit lately. And of course, you know, one of my jobs is to pray for the people. People are very, very anxious about what's going on. So I've been trying to kind of calm people's, you know, nerves and kind of pray with them. But anyway, I just wanted to jump on and say, welcome back. We missed you. And earlier today, I noticed you were doing your graphic thing, something about July. You were here.
Yes. They demolished me. YouTube demolished me.
So that means that you can't be leaving us, you know, just going anywhere.
That's exactly right. I'm tied to you guys. I'm a slave to you guys now. That is exactly right. Exactly right.
Exactly. You have to get permission for us to release you.
You are absolutely right. It is I did not know that YouTube was going to punish me so bad for leaving for 2 weeks. I mean, I don't know if you guys saw this in the beginning. I don't want to get into it again because we're wrapping up. And guys, I know Joe is here, but I'm trying to relive the old times. Do you remember when Joe would close out the show? I'm trying to have Joe close out the show. So we're going to do the Empire, then Raven, and Joe is going to bring it home for us. So I know I skipped Joe, but I skipped him on purpose because he's going to close it out for us. Okay. But yes, the Empire. Oh man, YouTube punish. How long have you been on YouTube?
You know what? I'm really losing count because I came up years ago and then I went off and I went to Facebook. So I want to say now, I want to say close to a year. I want to say that, but don't quote me because I can't really remember exactly. Yeah, but just recently. And I'm trying to move all of Facebook over because I'm a singer. I'm a gospel singer.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, I'm a singer songwriter and getting ready to go back into the studio and do some more songs. But, you know, so I've had to really kind of, my time is everywhere because I do a lot of concerts, et cetera, et cetera. But I really am. But now, you know, I have to. I'm on YouTube every Wednesday night and every Sunday night. As a matter of fact, I'm just jumping off right now. My last message was prepare your spiritual survival kit. And then last week I ministered the biggest mistake, America's biggest mistake. America's biggest mistake. So, you know, I'm releasing jewels now because a lot of people are sleeping. It's a lot going on, lead attorney, and you know about the programming. Television is a programmer. We've been programmed to do a lot of things through the years, and now it's caught up with us, and we really need to come back, you know. And like, I keep it 1,000. I'm not really happy with a lot of pastors through the years because they've led people astray. I just got to keep it 1,000.
Yes.
And they also need to come back, you know, to the true and living God, because honestly, there's no way that we're going to make it without God. And I tell you, and you know this by now, lead attorney, I tell people I am not a religious person. I don't like religion. Religion has gotten, thank you, sis. Religion has gotten a lot of people in trouble through the years. So it's an intimate relationship, you know, with God that we need. And what I'm seeing in the world right now is just, I've never seen it before. To place a whole world behind closed doors, that lets you know that something has changed. And everybody better come out of the sand and really, really, you know, just come back to God, not religion, because religion got the world in a whole lot of mess that it's in right now. Religion did that.
Yes.
You know, priests, you know, doing little boys and little girls, that's religion. I'm not talking about that. So yeah, it's a lot of things going on. So I've been praying for people, you know, hospitals, shelters. That's a lot of what I do.
Awesome.
Yeah. But yes, I just wanted to come on and let you know that I was praying for you, and, you know, that you are back safe and sound. Yeah.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I am back safe and sound. My channel is not safe and sound. My channel took some hits, boy. It took some hits. But I am back. So I really appreciate that. And you always have such a special place in my heart. The Empire of Jesus Christ World Evangelism. If someone could drop her the link to her channel, that would be great. So thank you so much.
Thank you, lead attorney. I'll see you soon.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. I love having deep brothers and sisters on here. Let me give a quick shout out to Tara Durgens with the huge $20 cash out. Jesus, Tara, thank you so much. And then also, let me check a few more of these. While I'm checking these, okay, the back is now closed. We're going to close it out with La Raza. Dos Mexicanos que ni hablan español. Two Mexicans. Neither one of them speak Spanish. We're going only the black dude from Decatur. The black dude from Decatur talks more Spanish than these two Mexicans combined. Joe's about to kill himself. So first we're going to hit it up with Raven, and then we're going to let Joe close it out like old times. Raven, ¿qué onda? ¿Me escuchas? ¿Cómo estamos?
Bien. ¿Cómo fue tu viaje en México?
Oh, okay. Raven got a little bit. Joe's like, okay, really, I'm the only one who doesn't speak Spanish, right? Raven showing out on us. What is La Loca? We got the Mexican cartel up in here, right? Andrea La Loca. You have a way with words. Are you what?
Undercover freak?
Where did that come from? I don't know. Shout out to La Loca, right? Where are you from, Andrea? Where are you from? Are you from Mexico too? We got the Mexican contingent up here. Raven, how are you doing?
I'm good. I had a little fever. I've been having a little fever since I got my second shot.
Oh, you got your second shot. Okay, a lot of people are pro-vaccination. A lot of people are anti-vaccination. I've been vaccinated, but I think my very first one. Sim is like, yeah, this one's demonetized, pimp. You're exactly right. Shout out. That's why I love you guys supporting me, because YouTube is not supporting this one, right? But shout out to you, Raven. I'm pretty pro. My mother. Shout out to my mother. I love her to death, and she doesn't want to get vaccinated. So, you know, I don't.
I mean, I'm pro-vaccination, but the COVID vaccine, because a lot of people were dying, I was a little scared.
I hear you. I wasn't scared at all. I'm ready. I believe in them, but who knows what's in them? It could be gasoline. You never know. I could be connected to the mothership now, right? You never know. You never know what's going on with these vaccines. These vaccines. Are you going to start a YouTube channel, Raven? You already got your OnlyFans. Shout out to ROJ. I dropped her OnlyFans. Raven's OnlyFans is popping. I think both of y'all do feet. You do feet stuff, right?
Who's the other person?
ROJ.
I don't know who that is, but yeah, I have a YouTube channel already. I'm trying to do more content.
What is your YouTube channel about?
It's just like vlogging, but I also want to do a gaming channel, and I want to do some mukbangs on Twitch.
Some what bangs?
Mukbangs. I mean, eating on camera.
This is ROJ. She also has a OnlyFans. I dropped her link. What are you gonna eat? Like crab legs or something like that?
Food. I don't know what I'm gonna eat, but
She
I'm
said
somebody
food.
that I don't know what to eat, but I have to be careful because with every pound I gain, I end up looking fat.
No, you look good. You look good. Listen,
thank you.
I support all of us, right? I'm gonna support ROJ. I'm gonna get on her OnlyFans. We support each other. I'm on Raven's OnlyFans, guys. Raven's looking good. Raven's looking good, right? So you're doing fantastic. Everybody, if you want to support us, don't only support the YouTubers, support these working women too, man. They're OnlyFans trying to do their thing, right? They're trying to do their thing.
So can I get some advice from you?
Yes.
So how would somebody go in starting a fitness channel? What are the tips? What do you have to do it at the gym? Like, or if you're doing it at your house, what are the arrangements that you need?
Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. If you would have started a fitness channel in 2016, I was gonna start my channel in 2017. Even then in 2017, I knew where I was. Even then in 2017, I knew that my body could not compete with, Chris Jones. It cannot compete with Brandon Carter, with, all these other ones, right? I could get, so that's
You showed us the pictures, and I'm like, are we ever going to see them again?
Well, go look at Chris Jones, though. Go look at Big Brandon Carter. They put me to shame. Let's be honest. Even the Hodge twins. And that was years ago. Imagine trying to be a woman and starting a fitness channel in 2021. Good luck. You got to be a 10. I don't know how a woman can do it now. These women out here, especially all the plastic surgery and this and that and all, some of these women are on.
What the hell?
Some of these women
sorry,
are.
Joe's distracting me.
I know it's a little bit distracting. It's a little bit distracting. What does the Steel Curtain say? Fitness is oversaturated with professionally built bodies, men and women. So this isn't a shot at you, Raven, because I'm taking the shot at me too. I'm telling you, I can't start a fitness channel today. I couldn't start one and compete in the United States, 4 years ago. I don't know one woman. You just got to be a 10. You have to be an absolute 10 to be a woman in the United States and start a fitness channel. I think. I don't know what you guys think, but damn, you might as well start talking about makeup or hair tutorials or something like that. You're choosing one of the most saturated areas to start.
That's oversaturated. Hair and makeup.
You don't think fitness for women is oversaturated? All these women in the gym taking booty pictures and booty videos and uploading them?
I don't think that's the same thing. I don't think that's like when you're vlogging about how you're exercising, that's completely different from like just taking pictures of your butt.
Have you seen the women who do videos and put them up on YouTube?
No.
Okay. That's why you think it's different. Because all these women all they're doing is squats. And they're doing the hamstring pushbacks with their butt in the air. Women are selling it.
My butt's pretty big. My butt's pretty big. So it might be able to get some views.
Yeah, start it up. Listen, don't let me listen. You could do it, Raven. Let me hold up though. Hold up. We got someone bombing. We got my man Mario World bombing me again. Jesus Christ, guys. Mario World. I can't even leave this on while Joe's bugging. Joe, listen, I didn't say anything because you've been on here so much, man, and I love you. The show was distracting as hell, and honestly, it was a little bit offensive to other people that were talking.
Oh,
but yeah, but it's all good, Joe. It's all you haven't been on here for so long. I didn't even want to say anything. You're like, you do it, Joe. You rock it, Joe. You rock it. No problem. But while I acknowledge this super chat, I don't want you jumping up and down.
I always told you. Remember, you had a dispute. You're like, do I read the super chats or I don't read the super chats? Remember?
No,
that?
I never said I never said I'm not. It's never a question.
Like incognito about it though, right?
It's never a question in my mind whether I'm reading Mario World super chat.
Man, read them motherfuckers, man.
All right, Joe. Guys, you guys not know who Mario World is. He's my number one supporter. He is the biggest supporter of the lead attorney in terms of super chat. So I don't care what Joe says. I'm always reading Mario World. Thank you so much, Mario. And this is what we were talking about. We were talking about establishing the community. You know, is Mario World going to support me like this if I'm making 8-minute videos? I mean, how can you? There's no connection there. That's why I love these live streams, because you can connect with your folks, man. Guys, I don't know if you saw in the very beginning. It was embarrassing, and I told you some embarrassing things. But one of the things that I told you that was embarrassing, I explained my video process. And I told you guys various times I was going to quit on YouTube, and maybe some of you thought I was a quitter. But did you listen to what I was going through, how I was making these damn 25-minute videos, 15-minute videos? Like the way that I was doing them, it was insane. It took so long. So I was this close to quitting. And then O'Shea picked me up and I found live streams, and it gave me a new life. Right. So the love that I get from Mario World, from all of you in the chat, just even if you've never given me one penny, the fact that you guys just show up and you talk and you hold me up. You guys just don't know. Guys, listen, I don't want to rehash it. I'm not going to rehash it. But you know, I would sit down and write a script. My very first videos, they're still on here. You can see them. My very first videos, I would sit down and write a 10-page script, and it would say every single word that I would say. I didn't ad lib at all. Every single word in that video was in a 10-page document. I would upload the document onto my iPad, and I would sit just like this. You can't see, my iPad would be right here. And then I would say, the first sentence would say, "Hello, I'm the lead attorney. I hope you're doing good." I would say, "Hello. Hello, I'm the lead."
That was my life.
"Hello, I'm the lead attorney. I hope you're doing good today.
Mm-hmm.
We are going to talk about child support." I did that sentence by sentence for 10 pages. 10 pages, that's how I would do it. Go back and watch my Tom Brady video. This is, and every single time, if you want to know why are all these damn jump cuts, because I didn't want you to see my iPad. Some of these videos have 300 jump cuts. Do you forget the editing? Do you know how long it takes to put 300 jump cuts in a video? Just the jump cuts alone, just to do the rough cut. It was crazy, right? When I'm telling you guys I was so close to quitting, this is what you don't see. I'm saving this story for this. This has been an embarrassing stream for me, but I want to be real with you. How can you do it? So I was like, fine, I can't do it like this anymore. So then I bought a cheap teleprompter, and that worked for a few videos, but it didn't really work well. Then I bought another teleprompter, and that worked better, but it still wasn't great. I was still having to repeat lines. And you guys see me when I'm reading the super chats, and I'm like, right? I was doing that. I couldn't even see the damn teleprompter. I was like, what? You know? It is important for you. it is important for your child support to be calculated correctly. Imagine doing this for hours. That's what I would do for hours. I would be sitting in a room in my house doing this shit for hours. That's why I had 11 videos. And I was like, I can't, shout out to Roberto Blake. Roberto Blake was like, okay, do 100 crappy videos and then see where you're at. 100? I'm supposed to do 100 videos doing this shit? I wasn't going to make it. I just wasn't going to make it. O'Shea Duke Jackson gave me some momentum, and then the live streams. O'Shea Duke Jackson and the live streams, they saved me. Because I wasn't going to make it. I wasn't going to make doing this, Some people can do videos and they don't do a script at all and they run it. But since I'm an attorney, guys, there's a part of me that's like, I got to be super prepared. I got to be super, super prepared. When I walk into court, you have these old attorneys for cross-examination. Let's say I'm going to cross-examine Raven. And you'll have an attorney who will come in, an old attorney, 60 years old, 70, and he'll have 5 bullet points. I'll come in and I'll have 30 pages. I'm not missing a sentence. Not one sentence. So when I transition to YouTube, every single word in that video is a word that I've written down. But how, I can't do it. Wasn't working. And so when I get Mario World, my #1 supporter, I think it makes me think back to those times when I was sitting in that damn room, like trying to script every single word. It was so bad, guys. It was so bad. So I don't even want to fucking relive it. So thank you so much, Mario World. What does he say? What's good, family? I'm late again. Shake my head. Truck drivers have no sleep schedule. Yeah, man. Shout out to Mario World. Really holding your boy up. Really, really holding your boy up. Thank you. We got my man, my woman, the Lioness 77. That's a great year. That's a great year. Shout out to the Lioness. Super, super generous super chat. What does the Lioness say? Stopping in to send love and blessings. First time catching your live. Man, are you catching it at the end? I'll have to watch the replay. Oh, the Lioness. I said I was gonna delete this. I said I was going to delete this because what's that Rick James song that he has with Tina Marie, Fire and Ice, when they're talking in the little interlude, and he's looking at her and he's like, I've said too much. Right? Sometimes when you say too much, you got to delete these things, right? But thank you so much for coming by. Maybe for you, I'll leave it up for you for a few hours, but I got to take it down. I got to take this one down, but I'll leave it up for a few hours since you were so generous, and I'll leave it up for a few hours just for you. Speaking of generous, we got another one. We got Blind Guy, his wife, their life. They see Joe. Guys, do you guys know? Like when I go over to Blind Guy, his wife, and I see Joe in the super chat. This is the community that we're creating. Raven, are you still alive? Raven's checked out. This is the community that we are creating, guys. I love it when I go on to somebody's channel and I see family members on their channels and we're all just supporting each other. It's so, so beautiful. So, so beautiful. Sim is right. Fire and desire. Yes. All right, Raven. Sorry that I interrupted you. Hello. But I wanted to acknowledge the support that I'm getting from the family. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So Raven, you said that you were starting a YouTube channel?
Yeah, I have a lot of videos on there, but I mean they're just vlogs, random stuff. I was gonna say Joe's a borracho. Borracho.
Yeah, borracho. Okay, roll those R's then. Yeah, Joe. Listen, the variety channel stuff is not going to get you where you want to go. Shout out to Daryl Eves. He's responsible for billions of views. He says variety channels, those were good in 2014, 2015. You can't do it anymore. You got to pick one or two things and make your whole channel about that. If you want to talk about 5 things, no problem. Start 5 channels. Do not put 5 different things on one channel. You're going to fail. So, Oh man, trash can waves. I don't even want to put it up there. No, they ask her, they say, is Raven Boricua? No, she's a Mexican who doesn't speak Spanish. Oh no, she speaks way more Spanish than Joe. Joe is the Mexican that doesn't speak Spanish. But I know Joe. I know it hurts. I know it hurts. But yeah, so
Raven's from Seattle.
What's that?
Raven's from Seattle, like close to the Canadian border. I'm not going to speak as much Spanish as somebody near the south of the border.
Well, Raven, Joe is living in Texas, was born in Texas, and you speak way more Spanish than him, so you're doing great. Okay, we are gonna let my man close it out. We got Joe Ledesma in the house. Joe Ledesma in the house. Joe has been gone for a long time, and he's back. The prodigal son has returned. The one and only, el único cabrón, Joe in the house. What you know, Joe? Who are we shouting out today?
Okay, first, because I be writing shit down, doggy. First thing on my top of my thing, I got welcome back.
Thank you so much. I was down in your home state, man, your hometown, your home country.
People were asking. I was like, that motherfucker down in Mexico.
I was down in Mexico. Shout out to Mexico. Shout out to all la raza, la gente ahí en Guanajuato. Shout out to all my gente en Guanajuato, donde dicen según que la vida no vale nada.
Come on,
sí, es muy
man.
cierto, güey. La pinche vida en Guanajuato no vale ni madres.
You be getting all the bad words right.
I'm trying to. He said you getting even all the bad words right. Shout out to Joe. Shout out to Joe. Yeah, so who we shouted out today? Joe got his notes ready. Are we ready?
So I did in my notes, I said I wasn't gonna cuss. But then I said
you can cuss this one. This one's coming down anyway.
You're gonna delete this bitch.
This one's coming down anyway. Absolutely. I'm gonna leave it up a little. I'm gonna leave it up a little bit for my homegirl. But then I'm gonna absolutely delete it.
Why are you deleting it?
I've been on an app, brother.
What's that, Joe?
I've been on an app.
Okay, what's the app?
It's called Riff.
What's Riff about?
So I was on Riff because of Kwame.
Oh, is Riff is a YouTuber?
So basically, what's happening is that the way I see it is that Kwame's doing business with Riff, and we have a channel over there. Well, Kwame has a channel over there, and we're over there. I think you would be surprised. Like if you went in there one day, you would see there's a woman. She's the only black farmer in Austin, Texas.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it's very interesting. And we got truck drivers, man. We got people that do
Mario World is a truck driver. Yeah.
Yeah. Man, we got truck drivers, we got fucking electricians, we got real estate people over there. It's
is that for the trades?
Yeah, so that's what we're doing over there on Riff. Yeah. It's so if you have an Apple phone, just download the app, and basically we're in suit with Kwame, and then in suit with I know you don't heard me talking like this before, man. You might be surprised, right? Like, you be like, what the fuck? Because I be talking about some other shit, but
true.
Yeah.
All right, Joe. What we got? We got 200 people. We got 200 people listening to you, Joe.
200 motherfuckers.
All right, Joe. All right, listen. We love Joe. Listen, guys, don't hold it against Joe. Joe is our man. If you know anything about Mexicans, you understand that sometimes that's gonna happen. Shout out to all my Mexican folks. Okay, shout out to all my Mexican folks. Joe, it's pure love. It's pure love. And maybe it's my fault because I told you we could cuss, but sometimes you give someone an itch and they take a mile, right? So we're not gonna disrespect the chat. We allow the chat to disrespect us, but we don't ever disrespect the chat. The chat is the family. If we come up here knowing that they're going to get us, but we don't ever go get them. I might say I might be a little curt or, be a little rude. What the girl say that I was rude to her? I might be a little rude to, someone who comes up every now and then. I'll never be rude to the chat. All right, because the chat is what holds us up. But shout out to Joe. Shout out to Joe. What does Black Hannah say? Black Hannah understands it perfectly. That's not Joe. Don't hold it against Joe. Don't hold it against Joe. Black Hannah knows exactly what's going on. So listen, guys. Shout out to was she a kid? That's the thing. She came on talking about her age, and she did sound like she was 16, but I gave her the benefit of the doubt that she was older, like maybe in her 20s. But I mean, now that you say that, you could actually have a great point. Can you imagine me having a 16-year-old on this damn platform? That was a mistake, actually. I need to card people, right? Make sure we're all over 21. Trash Can Waves, you bring up a really great point. What if she was 16? That wouldn't been good. But yeah, so listen, guys, we've said a lot. We've talked a lot. We had a lot of good people on, a lot of people dropping some serious, no, Jesus Christ. Jeez, man, this is what I'm talking about. I gotta leave this one up for a little bit. I gotta leave it up for a little bit. God damn. Guys, come on, man. The love. Shout out to Cool G's Heating and Air. Just the humongous super chat. Gosh, you guys support me so much. I'm telling you, I'm gonna leave the stream up for a little bit so you guys can see how wrong I was doing this thing. And to come full circle now, and you guys are supporting me. I'm gonna come back to you in a second, cool G's. But I wanted to catch this one. This is another one. This is another one right here. Rebuilding Black Wall Street. Rebuilding Black Wall Street. I did the whole live stream. The part number 1 is for you. Part number 1 is for you. It inspired me. The conversation that we had on your stream, where I was telling you how I went to Mexico and then YouTube punished me for it. Remember when I told you I was going to send you my charts? I was going to email them to you, but I said, well, if I email them to you, then no one else has them. So I want everybody to see how decimated my channel was. So don't look at this one. Look at the part 1. Guys, if you don't, I should have mentioned this before. This is just part 2. Go to part 1. Part 1 is the better stream. I'm going to leave part 1 up. Part 2, we got a little bit too relaxed. Shout out to Millionaire Hoy who inspired the relaxed part of it. But shout out to Rebuilding Black Wall Street. Go Rebuilding Black Wall Street. Go to part number 1. Part number 1 is for you, where I showed everybody how my trip to Mexico kind of destroyed the channel. But thank you so much for the super chat, guys. And Rebuilding Black Wall Street, I'm always talking about him because he puts us on game about the Google ads. No one knows how to use these ads but him, right? So hopefully he'll do a stream about just how to do the Google ads, or do a video or something to help us out. Because I was talking about it in the very first stream and everybody was like, Google ads, what are those? I know. How do you use the Google ads? I have no idea. We gotta ask Rebuilding about them, right? But again, this is why the super chat from Cool G's Heating and Air, Mario World, of course, but just Cool G's. I mean, it just means so much because we got a community. We pass information back and forth. I have got embarrassing information, but instead of sending it just to my homeboy, I send it to the whole community. Rebuilding Black Wall Street, instead of himself just getting monetized in 3 weeks, he tells us all how to get monetized in 3 weeks. Like, where do they do that at on YouTube, especially in this sector? Can I say it, in the Black sector? Shout out to O'Shea. O'Shea been putting people on for years, right? So of course we got our spots, but who's out here showing you their charts? Who's out here showing you their analytics? I showed you how much I was making with 10,000 subscribers, how I was losing money, guys. I showed you how much I was making with 25,000. I'm gonna do another one at 50 and another one at 100. Just showing you my analytics. I want you guys to start a channel. Some of you guys have so much information. And now we got my man JT. JT coin rings, taking precious metals and making rings out of them. Right? We got over the top WME dropping knowledge, even though she's doing about the tea. The way she's handling her YouTube channel is so professional. Right? We have all of these young YouTubers coming in the game. Shout out, of course, to El Guapo coming up, killing them. So we just got so much going on, and this is just a reflection. This what Cool G's Heating and Air has done just to bless me with it. It's a reflection of what we are building on here. That's why when Joe gets a little bit out of line, I kick him off. Joe can disrespect me and it's fine, but he's not going to disrespect you guys. Because this is all we're all we have, man. We are all we have, and we hold each other up. We support each other. What did O'Shea Duke Jackson say? O'Shea said, "Listen, if I need money, you ain't gonna see me applying to submitting, no application to some white company. If I need money, you ain't gonna see me on LinkedIn trying to hustle and sending out my resumes." What does O'Shea Duke Jackson? He says, "If I need money, I'm gonna come to my people." He says, "I'll start a YouTube channel and ask for money, and I'll get $2,000 that same day. Why? Because my people support me." But what has he done? He's put on like 250 YouTubers. He put me on, right? And because he put me on, that has inspired me to put other people on. And now you guys are holding me up. Like, damn, you know what I'm saying? It's like, come on. This can be so beautiful. This could be so beautiful. I don't want to go on and on about it. You guys are going to get me sentimental, but thank you so much, Cool G. I just never knew this was a possibility back when I was reading my goddamn iPad, right? Child support is important. Make sure your child support is calculated correctly. Hire an attorney. Upload. Nobody watches the damn video that took me 25 hours to make. How long do you want me to do that? Right? But so to get all this support, it's just amazing. So shout out, of course, to Mario World. Shout out to Cool G's Heating and Air. I really, really appreciate this, Cool G's. Thank you so much. It's hard for me to express my appreciation. You guys got to know when you send me this stuff, you guys got to know where I come from, man. Like how bad it was starting this damn channel. Some of you guys, you're doing it right, but I wasn't. Some of you guys, shout out to Jessica X. She'll turn on a microphone, press record, and do a 4-hour live stream and kill the game. How many teleprompters has Jessica X purchased? That's how wrong I was doing this. That's one of the reasons why I want to do this YouTube elementary, so that you guys don't go down the same fucked up road I was going down. Some of you, there might be some people who started a YouTube channel and they quit. I wouldn't even blame them, because I was this close to quitting myself. But if I would have had me on here saying, "No, lead attorney, don't go down this road, do this or do that," then I would have kept going. And some of y'all are keeping going. Shout out to My Vivid Life. Shout out to Blind Guy, his wife, their life. Some of you guys are just killing the game. Shout out to Joe. I kicked him off. You know what? Joe goes around and supports the family. I see Joe on Blind Guy, his wife, their life all the time. Joe gets some Heineken in him and he gets a little crunk. Joe is part of the family. Like, we all support each other, guys. Sometimes you got to kick the family out of your house, but they're welcome to come back in when the Heineken comes down. Right? Joe supports us. We just support each other. I don't really know what to say, guys. I don't know what to say. You guys, it's blowing my mind. It's blowing my mind. So thank you to all the people who supported me. Not only Larry Reed. Shout out to Larry Reed Live. He gave me $100 in part 1. Guys, go check out part 1. Don't check this part out. This one's trash. Part 2 is trash. Part 1 is good. Well, I want to say my part of part 2 is trash. Man, when Over the Top WME came, she blew it up. Over the Top blew it up. She was dropping knowledge about how to avoid the mistakes I was making. Right? But the part 1 is really the better part, because it shows you how I took a vacation, I went to Mexico for 2 weeks. I had to go down there and it dropped my channel to 0. Don't let that happen to you. I want to tell you the mistakes that I made so that you don't have to make them. Don't buy 2 teleprompters. There's got to be a better way. Start live streaming or do something. All right. So, I'm not gonna cry, but I wish you could. I wish you could feel, guys. It was so hard. It was so hard. It was so hard. And when you guys support me like this, man, you just can't. When I see stuff like this, Mr. Stewart, and Mr. Stewart supported me too, man. All of y'all support me. So that's why it's nothing for me to expose myself and tell you all the errors that I made. Because you guys support me in turn. You hold me up. Yeah, in the comments, you tell me to go suck a dick, but you also hold me up, man. And when you guys come for me, I don't ever get frizzled about it. Because family comes for each other from time to time. I just had to kick Joe off. But Joe knows that I love him. Joe knows that I love him. And when I go to other family members' channel, Joe is always there. He is always there holding us up. All right. All right, Mr. Stewart trying to make a nigga cry, right? Guys, come on, man. God damn. He said, go ahead. Maybe I would cry, but then all of my haters would take this damn video. You see what did Michael Jordan say? Michael Jordan said the worst part of my whole damn career is that damn meme. He can't live it down. Y'all are not gonna Michael Jordan my ass. Y'all can tell me to suck dick all you want, but don't baby, don't put a Michael Jordan on me, man. Mr. Stewart, this is what I'm talking. And even before you sent this, I said that you were holding me up. Even before you sent it. Guys, I might leave this one up for 24 hours, man, just because of the damn love. And you know what you're not gonna see? This is why, guys. I talk about this book. What is this book for some of y'all that are late? This book. Let me tell you something about me. Some people have addictions. Everybody has addictions. Everybody has vices. I have a vice. If I see something that's going to help me even 0.5%, I'm going to buy it. This book cost me $20. I bought it. Meet Kevin's course. It was $500. I found a discount code for $350. I bought it immediately. It was a course about how to do YouTube. I bought it too late, but it did help me out some. Right? This is a 300-page book by a man who is behind billions and billions of views, Mr. Beast and all that. This book is legit. The first half is terrible. It's just fluff. The second half has a lot of knowledge. There's nothing with Mr. Stewart, Mr. Stewart and Cool G's and Mario World. It doesn't do justice to what we have here. You can spend $350 on the Meet Kevin course, and you're going to learn about the cameras. You're going to learn about the lighting. You're going to learn about the 5-minute edit. Tremendous. These white people aren't going to tell you about this stuff. About the Mr. Stewarts, about the Cool G's, Heating and Air, about the Mario Worlds, how we hold each other up. You can't find in this book where O'Shea Jackson says, if I need some money real quick, I'll get on a stream and my people will hold me up. I don't have to apply for a job anymore. My people will provide for me, right? It's not in these white people's books. I tried to get O'Shea Duke Jackson to do a course. I didn't even want to buy Meet Kevin's course. I was talking to O'Shea and I could hear it. I could hear that any course, I would pay $500 over Meet Kevin's $350 just because of the knowledge this man, he knows the game so cold. O'Shea Duke Jackson knows the game so cold. There is no course that would be better than O'Shea. But he's in medical school and he's pumping out 7 videos a day, so he's not going to get us the info. But he puts us on his channel. At least he used to, until black people started taking advantage of him. But he gave me my start. He put me on. He's put on so many people, which has inspired us to put each other on. Man, O'Shea Duke Jackson, in my book, he's the king of the damn YouTube sphere for me. But this is what he's talking about. Shout out to Cool G's Heating and Air. Shout out to Mr. Stewart. trying to make me cry. Listen, if it was just being him, maybe I shed a tear, but y'all ain't gonna do me like Michael Jordan. I got enough people hating on me anyway. Somebody did a video on me yesterday hating on me. Right? 2 people that I don't know. One was an attorney, if you can believe that. 2 black men hating on me for no reason. Right? So if you had me crying on here, Mr. Stewart, you trying to set me up for failure. Shout out to Mr. Stewart. You guys hold me up, man, and you support me so much. I can't tell you. I can't tell you what it means to me. Thank you, Mr. Stewart. Thank you. Cool G's Heating and Air. Thank you, Mario World. Right? We got another one. We got another one. Roger Report Live. Roger Report, guys. He's been supporting me so much over these live streams. Every time I look up, it's another damn $20. This is what these white people aren't going to tell you. I hope, Roger, I hope you're not white. I'm not talking bad about white people, but the resources, we don't have any resources for our own community. Right? What does Roger Report say? Don't forget that you are the you in YouTube. Yes. Make sure you give a piece of yourself to your audience. That's a quote from my teammate. Excellent. This is so true. And I was not getting myself across when I'm sitting here with my iPad or when I'm trying to read the damn teleprompter. Right? Parental alienation. Parental alienation is a bad thing. Hire an attorney. It was bullshit. Now I just get on here and I talk to my people and we develop a community and I see all of us on all of each other's channels. Guys, I don't know. I don't want to pat us on the back too much, but I don't know who's doing it like we're doing it over here. And let me tell you something, guys. I took you for granted. I absolutely. That would have been bad if he was white. I'm not talking shit about white people, but no one supports us like we support ourselves. No one. So I appreciate this so much, the Roger Report. And he's been supporting. Every time I look up, he's super chatting me $20, $30. Right. And some of you guys, Trash Can Waves, the Steel Curtain, you got Frank. Some of you guys in the chat, you hold the chat up so much. I didn't appreciate you. I just thought everybody had it this way until one day Tommy Sotomayor came on. Now, when Tommy Sotomayor came on, he behaved like a gentleman. He's come on twice. The second time he got a little bit frustrated, but both times he was a gentleman. So he was cool. But do you know what? His family followed him over here. And his family got in with us, got in with our family. And that's when I saw the difference. That's when I saw, oh my God. And moderators, we were banning people left and right. We were banning people left and right because that community was so toxic. And that's not a shot at Tommy, I suppose, because Tommy behaved like a gentleman over here. I'm not going to say he didn't when he did. But that day, when I looked over at the chat and was reading the chat and was like, Jesus Christ, what is going on? Right? I don't know who has it like us. We're not the only ones, right? And maybe it's, you go to Kevin Samuels, right? Everybody loves what's going on over there. So I don't want to say we're the only ones, but man, he says I'm about as black as they come. I'm about as black as they come. Yeah, but listen. So thank you guys so much. I don't want to keep beating a dead horse, but I really, really do love you guys. And you guys hold me up so much. So thank you to everybody. Joe, I love you. You got a little rambunctious, but I'm sure I'm going to see you on Blind Live. I'm sure you're going to see you on Rebuilding Black Wall Street all the time. Like we hold each other up, man. So I'm probably going to delete this in 24 hours, so please watch it. I can't leave it up. If you see the beginning, you'll see why I can't leave it up forever. But watch part number 1. Part number 1 is the important part. This is just the B-side. Y'all remember cassettes? Are any of you old like me? Cassette tapes. This is the B-side. Part 1 is the A side. Part 1 is the best side. So thank you so much to everybody. Roger Report Live, of course, Flag as They Come, shout out. Thank you again to Larry Reed Live, who supported me huge in the first one. Thank you again to Cool G's Heating and Air, man. The love, crazy, right? Equally, thank you so much to Mr. Stewart, who not only is super generous in this stream, but it's held me up before. All of you guys hold me up. I don't really know what to say, man. But yeah, so thank you guys, just really from the bottom of my heart. I'm kind of speechless. Everybody's like, lead attorney, why don't you get to the point? Because I'm an attorney and I can talk forever. But when I see stuff like this, I mean, I really don't know what to say. You know, when I see stuff like this, what can you say? When you started how I was doing it. You almost got me. Guys, come on. Guys, come on, man. God. Guys, goddamn. Come on, man. Man. Oh. Guys. I mean, I don't really I don't really know what to say, man. I don't really know it. I'm so appreciative. You guys, you just have no idea. You guys have no idea how much it means for y'all to hold me up this way. Please, somebody cry for me, man, because they're gonna fuck me up. Let Tommy Sotomayor catch me crying. Let Tommy Sotomayor catch me crying. Cool Jesus, see what I'm blaming you. I'm blaming you, man. If you knew how Cool G's, man. Thank you guys so much. It's the brothers and the sisters, how we hold each other up. It's ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous. What if Paulina said, don't do it? Paulina says, don't do it. Do not let Tommy catch you like that. Don't let Tommy do you like that. Tommy would do me like that. But I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Guys, when I started this YouTube channel, again, I didn't know this was a thing. I thought it was about making videos and you got paid a little money for your videos. I never knew about a community. Then when a community formed, I was like, oh, look at this. I was like, okay, this is what YouTube is about. Then Tommy Sotomayor came on and I realized this is not, people don't have this. People don't have it. We have it. Joe is going to go on to Rebuilding Black Wall Street and you know, help him get watch hours. He's already got it now, but he was over there helping him get watch hours. I would go on Rush Ribbons. You know, I would just open up a tab and be on there and then but be doing work, be doing something completely different. But that tab is open, helping her get watch hours. This is how we support each other, helping everybody get watch hours so that they get monetized. Right? I didn't know that not everybody has that. And then I have Tommy's crew on and hear some of the things that they're saying about me. Hear some of the things that they're saying about him. People who follow Tommy, guys, they're not all his supporters. Some of these people hate that man. And every time he's somewhere, they follow him. Compare that to what we have. Right? So I didn't know. And again, this is not a shot at Tommy, because he doesn't want those people saying all that stuff about him. If he could snap his fingers, so many of those thousands of people would disappear. But everywhere he goes on Kwame Brown's channel. There they go. He comes on the lead attorney's channel. There they go. He starts his own live stream. There they go. They follow him around. Conversely, look what we do. We follow each other around, but for support. We follow each other around to help other people, to help our family get their watch hours. Look what we do. And there's no leader, no one saying, hey, everybody go over here and get your watch hours. Help this person get their watch. We do it just naturally. Right? What did Tommy say? Tommy said the first time that Kwame Brown was on his channel, Kwame was like, Tommy Sotomayor, Tommy was like, is that really Kwame Brown? Like the Kwame Brown? And Kwame was like, yeah, do you know what Tommy said? He said, oh, well, if this is really you, does anybody know what he said? He said this to the #1 draft pick, who had millions. He said, oh, okay, if this is really you, prove it. He said, if this is really you, hit my Cash App. If this is really you, hit my Cash App. Larry Reed sends me $100. Did I ask him for it? Mr. Stewart sends me $100. Did I ask him for it? Cool G's Heating and Air sends me $100. I turn around again, he's trying to get a nigga to cry, send me another $100. Like, are we asking for it? Like, we're holding each other up, and we don't even have to ask. You think Rush Ribbons asked to do a collab with me? You think she came on with her damn Harvard shirt? I was like, uh-oh, this is a real one. You guys, who does this? Rush Ribbon, she had 2 subscribers when she came on. 24 hours later, she had 500. Do you hear what I'm saying? 24 hours later, this young Black woman in a Harvard shirt had over 500 subscribers in 24 hours. Who's better than you? Ain't nobody better than you motherfuckers, man. Ain't nobody holding, no one has a family that's holding us up like this. We might be the only ones on YouTube, to be honest. Right? Maybe we're not, I don't know, but there's no one better than us. Ain't no one better than us. I mean, to get a young Black woman who's fresh out of Howard, 500 subscribers in 24 hours when she needs 1,000 to get monetized. It took me 8 months to get 1,000, and you give her half in 24 hours, right? Tommy Sotomayor, begging people to hit a Cash App, and then you guys are just washing me with the love, just holding me up so much. That's not in these white people's books, man. It's not in this. Cool G Heating and Air, Cool G's Heating and Air, Mr. Stewart, Mario World, Larry Reed Live. It's not in these books. Shout out to Macy. Macy was like, yeah, you can learn anything. There's so much content about YouTube about creating a YouTube channel on YouTube. She's right, but you're not going to see this. How do you form this? Right? We're so lucky. We're so lucky that we support each other like this. So, Andrea La Loca just sums it up the best, man. Andrea La Loca. sums it up the best. There's no better way to sum it up than this, right? So listen, guys, thank you so much. I'm speechless. I really don't know what to say. But you know, I love you all. I love all you guys. That's why I embarrass myself and I give you all of my mistakes. But then you turn around and you hold me up. Even when we get a little crunk, you know, we were hard on Trayvon, and Trayvon's part of the family. And Trayvon said, listen, I can hang with y'all. You know, we get people who slide in and they can't hang. Right? Black Beauty couldn't hang. Unpopular couldn't hang. It's gonna happen from time to time. But the family, even when the family gets rough, we stick together. Like we fucking stick together. Y'all are the best. All right. So listen, thank you guys so much. I'm not your fucking attorney. Don't make me cry. I'm not your attorney. I am the lead attorney. And I am here to help you lawyer up. Thank you guys so much. All right. Y'all have a good night. Man.